my cousin's house who I'm going to, I said that I've been really selling this cheesecake. Like, oh, it's the best you've ever had. It's really good. Having a little problem with the oven.
What?
To where it works fine, but it's giving a gassy smell to where it's ooh, I don't know if I should have this on. To where I'm gonna have to hit them up hey, can I come over tomorrow morning and get things started?
So your oven's doing some issues.
Yes.
So you're gonna do it at well, that's okay. Well, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about others coming to your house to prep some of the food? Cook
I don't have a problem with that.
I generally don't, but it's if a couple family members do that, it's all of a sudden well, wait, we still have some cooking to do.
Yeah, luckily, mine
we have cooking to do.
It needs to go in the refrigerator.
Okay.
So it's one of those things that has to get done early. So I should be starting before anybody is doing anything.
Okay. So you'll be the leader. You'll be going first.
Yes.
Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's getting ready for a good holiday, Thanksgiving holiday. I believe I've been out of touch with some things, understandably, here over the last couple of days. Is today still the busiest travel day of the year? Allegedly, one of them. It's got to be. Most people have Friday off. Chris and I no, we won't be working. Never mind. I was trying to do a bit there. Now, don't even want to do that one. We will not be working on Friday. We will not be working tomorrow. I know people will. So for those of you that do, appreciate you that you do that. And maybe that's by choice for some of you. But yeah, today's generally a day that is on the roads or at the airport. I'm glad I'm not. I'm trying to think if I've ever flown out on the day before Thanksgiving. Not that I know of. Maybe. No, even trying to go back home when a lot of my family was still in Southern California. I think I always drove. So I've had to brave the elements. If you are driving today, be safe. Take your time. Leave early, whatever early is for you. And maybe that's going tomorrow. Maybe that's trying to beat some version of traffic. I feel like today will just be trafficy all day long.
Yes.
No matter when you're going. Because someone will go, I'm going to leave. I'll duck out of work at 11 or 12. Yeah, you're not the first person or the last person to think that. So it'll be a busy day out there. But be safe, have fun, enjoy the next couple of days, and eat up all the good foods. We will have some Thanksgiving theme-based questions coming up a little bit later in 3 for Madness. We actually got a jam-packed show today because we won't have shows Thursday or Friday. We're going to sneak in a Sam Amick appearance today.
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
What? He's going to join us at 8. Before that, UC Davis, head football coach, the mayor of Shredville, Tim Plow, will be joining us. He's got a nice week ahead. The Aggies can watch their next opponent, whoever it may be, battle it out in the first round of the FCS playoffs. They earned a bye, so they will have a home game next week, but they will scout their opponent this week. So he'll join us at 6:45. We mentioned Sam at 8. Sean Salisbury. We're going to crack the code, and we're just going to hang with Sean.
Let's kick it.
Yeah. And figure out because Chris and I are both on the same wavelength there. What was the Thanksgiving meal?
There was a specific dish.
Yeah.
I want to say it was a side dish.
It was a side, and you said jalapeno. There's something where there's something different to it. Like if it was mac and cheese, there was something else than mac and cheese.
Yeah.
It wasn't or I make this stuffing, this dressing, this green bean casserole, whatever it was a little bit of a twist.
Let's see if we can get that recipe from him.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe I'll give it a try.
Sean's cooking tips. He will join us at 8:15. And then at 9 o'clock, Katie Christensen from Minnesota, as the Kings will take on the Timberwolves today.
What is this, elementary school?
Well, sorry, Katie. I mean, I'm trying my best. All right?
Oh, my gosh. You're just lame.
So they'll finish up.
And Reese Davis appearing as well. No, he will not be appearing, but Katie will be joining us. So we have a fun show, jam-packed show. We also will close the day. Chris, I may do a modified version of a Wednesday fun and games birthday grid competition between you and Alan today.
All right.
Maybe not the grid. I just may rapid fire and keep score today. See how you guys do.
Well, I don't know if you saw those commercial times, but it's going to be quick.
Wait, what? Wow. Actually, I think we could take a break right now and we're done with the show. I guess that's what happens when you don't have shows on Thursday and Friday.
Everything's getting stuffed like a turkey.
Everything has been like pulled through, brought together, smashed together. So yeah, we'll have a few breaks today. We'll be able to relax a little bit. But you know what I'm going to remember to do today? I'm going to have a blast. I'm just going to have a blast today with you guys. This is going to be fun. So we look forward to it. So as far as Thanksgiving goes for tomorrow, Chris, everything you already talked about your cheesecake conundrum, I guess, at this point. But that should get solved with the oven tomorrow, correct?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Did you make your soup yesterday?
I did.
And?
Oh,
same results?
Better than
the last time?
I don't know if it's for you. I made it a little spicier.
I'm soft.
Yeah.
I'll admit it.
I added a couple of serrano peppers.
Oh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. That's gonna be fun. And to get together with loved ones. Hopefully everybody gets a chance to do that. We also have some Thanksgiving tidbits out there. So I posed I talked to Dave yesterday. And I said, Dave, we had a very Dave-centric question yesterday asking about Thanksgiving movies. And he was like, oh man.
I watched The Oath last night.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
So you had promised that you were going to do it at some point. You've already done it.
Yes, and it still holds up.
Just as good?
Just as good.
I mentioned that to him. I go, Chris mentioned this movie, The Oath, and he's like, I haven't heard of it. I go, you know what? I think I remember you talking about it last year, and I think I remember maybe a preview for it, way back when in 2018, but still good?
Still good.
And actually, does it, I don't know, resonate a little more or just the same?
It resonates about the same.
Based after we just had an election.
Yeah.
And yeah. But Dave couldn't come up with, and then he was kind of getting qualifiers for the question. He goes, like, movies you watch at Thanksgiving? I said, no. I mean, everybody can have a Thanksgiving family movie.
Because I think like
watch.
a Christmas movie that doesn't have anything to do with Christmas, but like I watch on Christmas is Django Unchained.
Oh, that's where. So how did that become? I think
it
came out at Christmas.
It came out at Christmas, so it just feels like
that's when you saw it.
That's like if you got like a group of people around, it's just like, hey, I mean, everyone likes this.
I'm trying to think. Is that a good, like, family everybody watch together movie?
I think so. Depends on the family.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the family. That's one that if that's on, I mean, that's on a lot. I feel like, and it's just let me pop in, check out Django. All different parts of that movie. That movie's great. Say goodbye, Miss Laura. Poof. That in the movie theater, like that is one. And then when we've seen that at home, I rewind that like every time she just gets blasted through the door. Oh my goodness. Any other Christmas or Thanksgiving must watch? The Oath.
This is just a personal tradition of mine. I've done it since like I was a kid. Is last thing I watch on Thanksgiving is A Muppet Christmas Carol.
You love that.
And I watch it every Christmas Eve.
Okay. Just been your tradition, you personally.
Yeah, my personal tradition. If people are around, they can experience with me. Most of the time, it's by myself.
Muppet Christmas Carol. When did it come out, roughly?
Oh, you want to test me? We doing that already?
You can.
I'm going to say 1990.
Okay.
And I specifically remember seeing it at the State Theater with my grandpa.
1992.
Ooh!
Why I asked it was because I don't know that I've seen it.
Really? Okay.
Because I mean I've seen a lot of different Muppet things, but at that point I was older then. I was experienced. No, I don't think I saw that. And if you kind of missed that window, it's one I just have never watched since. So,
Line 6.
Line 6. Special guest coming in hot on line 6. Who this is?
I still don't have a Thanksgiving movie. So.
Who is this?
Oh, this is Royale.
Hey, Royale. Do you know the Kings haven't won since you got shipped out?
Yes, it's the curse of Royale. You'll never win again. De'Aaron Fox will average 75 points a game, and it doesn't matter because you killed me.
Wait a minute. I'm hearing some tones of Carmichael Dave. What's up, Dave?
Oh, you got me. Sorry. And yeah, I still don't have a Thanksgiving movie. I've actually been thinking about it all day. I just don't think there really is one.
Yeah. What are you doing?
You know,
are you joking like, ha, 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 no one knows a Thanksgiving movie?
No, I know that there's probably Thanksgiving movies. There's just not a Thanksgiving movie.
There is definitively a Thanksgiving movie.
Which is what?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, it's yeah. If there was a Thanksgiving movie, it would be Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. But I feel like Thanksgiving is like, okay, so like in A Christmas Story, Christmas is the main character. It's not Ralphie. It's Christmas. Everything's surrounding Christmas. Now I understand they're trying to get somewhere in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and it has to be Thanksgiving. But I don't feel like Thanksgiving is as central a character in that movie as Christmas is in A Christmas Story. Does that make sense?
No, but I mean, I think that traveling is part of the Thanksgiving tradition.
Well, of course it is, but it's about travel.
Like, is Home Alone a Christmas movie? They don't celebrate Christmas.
Well, let me also guess this. Die Hard is, of course, a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
I mean, it's kind of a Christmas. It's a movie that takes place around Christmas.
No, that's
But
Die Hard 2. Die Hard 2 is
No.
a movie that takes place on Christmas. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Here's the standard, and this is why I was calling it. I know you have to break. A Christmas movie, like A Christmas Story, that's the standard because that movie, Christmas is the main character. Christmas is not the main character in Die Hard, and Thanksgiving is not the main character in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Christmas is not the main character in Home Alone, which I think is most people's favorite.
Yeah,
Christmas movie.
it's a movie you watch at Christmas. But is it a Christmas movie?
So you're saying Home Alone isn't a Christmas movie?
No, because then I'll get torches and pitchforks. Anyways, look, Chris, your cheesecake, that was really what bothered me. So, like, if you take it there that morning and cook it, which if you get there early enough is fine, but it is annoying. And Jason said it mostly, but when you are hosting Thanksgiving, generally you have a schedule and there's things, you know, the oven, unless they have like a double oven, a lot of times it just throws everything out of whack when somebody comes over, like my sister does every year. Like, I have 4 things to cook. And
so you don't let her do that?
No, I do. It
Oh.
just sucks. And it just pisses me off because I've got the turkey in there. I've got something in there at 400 and she needs 350 or God knows what. Here's my thing. It's a cheese. Also, will it be cool in the fridge by the time you eat?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah. If I go over there at 8 a.m. and it's done by 9.
Oh, that early? Okay. Because I was going to say, why not just cook it somewhere else the night before if you don't want to cook it at your house?
So now I'm going to, hey, I know you're getting prepared for Thanksgiving tomorrow. Can I just use your oven real quick?
Tonight, the night before.
Yeah.
Well, how far away is your family's place?
Elk Grove.
Where are you going? Well, why don't you just go there today and be like, hey, I'm going to put this
Because
in your
I've got
oven.
other plans today.
Oh, it's about, oh, gotcha. Okay, wouldn't want to mess your plans up. Okay. I was going to say, just go there. Cook it. Have them put it in the fridge
That's the plan.
the night before.
Oh.
Okay. Jason, anything?
What are you doing up so early? You can't sleep?
Oh, I just, yes, I still get up at 4 a.m. every morning, but also today's a special morning because I needed mustard powder for the mac and cheese. There's always like 3 things you forget, and an injector for the turkey because mine snapped off. So the best time to get, like, we have a Winco by our house. This is the best time to go because it's going to be, you think the airports are bad? Try a Winco the day before Thanksgiving. It's like, for those of you in the older generation, it's like when they used to lay out Cabbage Patch Kids before Christmas.
Wait,
Everyone is just losing it.
Did you say mustard powder for the mac and cheese?
Yeah. Mustard powder. It's in a yellow can. you said that's a lot of times. I wouldn't call it a secret ingredient because obviously I just said it, but it's definitely a fairly main ingredient in mac and cheese.
I've been seeing on social media people using like a stone mustard, like a spoonful of it for mac and cheese.
Like a stone ground mustard?
Yeah.
It's fine. There's texture in there, but generally it cuts out. You could use Dijon if you don't have mustard powder, but I think it's Gouldens. It's in a yellow can with red lettering, and the mustard powder is just easy. It's like it's the little things like mustard powder or white pepper instead of black pepper, stuff like that. But I took over the mac and cheese this year because let's just be honest. I know they're not awake, but my sister just wasn't cutting it. So she's been relegated to green bean casserole.
Relegated. She's been relegated.
Mm-hmm. She has been. Anyways, I know you got a break. I just wanted the cheesecake thing got me. I wanted to apologize for not coming up with a Thanksgiving movie because there isn't one. And
The Oath.
Yeah. Hey. I mean, okay. Yeah. There's your Thanksgiving movie, The Oath.
So what we've decided here, though, is you're okay with Chris coming over tonight to use your oven.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something right now. Chris can 100% come over and use my oven tonight. Yes. 100%. Come on, Chris.
Man, this is like playing chicken right now, isn't it?
It 100% is. You know I won't back out. Like, hey, come on in, say hi to everybody. Wait, hold on, though, because then you put the cheesecake in. How long does it take to cook?
An hour.
Ugh.
Oh, now we've got
offers
excuses.
off the table.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just thinking this through. Like, what do we do for an hour? And then, like, is it maybe
we
like
can watch The Oath?
Well, the funny thing is like my mom and dad and everyone's going to be here, so it would just be kind of funny. Hey, here's Chris. We're all watching Jeopardy.
No, this is the time for MacGruber.
I'm just sorry. I'm picturing my mom watching MacGruber.
What is this? What's happening?
This is enjoyable.
What is Val Kilmer's last name?
Suddenly a craving for celery.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Thank you. You too.
And I'll be listening. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Hooah.
Chris, did you bring any crab back?
Nope.
Oh, and Chris, before we go too, Dave, because we do have to go. But before we go, Chris had a good idea yesterday of what was it? A trade, a Thanksgiving
family
trade?
exchange.
Family exchange. So you get traded for Thanksgiving. You have to bring a dish, and you go to someone else. Like Chris gets traded to my family, I get traded to his, but I got to bring a dish. He's got to bring a dish. How do you think that would go over in just in general?
So you're saying like in general, or specifically you being traded to Chris being traded to you?
Or just a show. Like you have to go to my house, or one of us goes to your house, but we bring one of, you know what I mean? Like we experience the other person's Thanksgiving.
I will say this, and I probably shouldn't, because I want to say before I say it that I have a ton of respect for people out there who maybe are away from home or away from family or all that. But about 4 years ago, my wife and I went over to our friend's house that we always vacation with for Thanksgiving because my kids and my parents were down at my sister's for Thanksgiving. They mixed it up, right? And I've never been more depressed in my entire life looking around the table at all these really close friends of mine, but that's our family thing. And so I don't know how I would handle it, but if I'm not having Thanksgiving with my family, which has happened twice in my life, I'm kind of a basket case, and it just made me appreciate that much more being able to experience that. That being said, I guarantee you if Chris was coming to your house or my house, he wouldn't just do it would be like a signature dish, right, Chris? You wouldn't just do stuffing. Yeah, it would be. Well, did you say it was tamales?
Yeah, and bring some family tamales.
What would you bring, Jason?
Gumbo.
Did you say gumbo?
I did.
But not with seafood.
To someone else's house, I'd bring it with seafood, yeah.
And then you just don't eat it?
Yeah, I'd eat their food.
Your wife's making gumbo right now, isn't she?
She is.
Oh, God. I would love to be traded to. Actually, I would go to, I'll bet you both your guys' Thanksgivings are awesome.
I think we picked each other's.
Yeah, I would too. Because I'm not going to lie. Like, we make all the food that we make for my Thanksgiving good, but it's a very, very standard Thanksgiving. There is no flavor, if you know what I mean. Flavor with a A at the end.
Yeah.
There is no gumbo. There is no tamales. So.
All right. Well, you do have mustard powder. That's what we do know.
Mustard powder. Yes, exactly.
Well, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for checking in, and hope you and your family have a great one.
All right. Love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you. That is
Where's the food, dude?
Royale / Carmichael Dave.
I don't know how we want to do this.
I know. Let me tell you about Gonzalez Law. Let's do that. How about
That's
that?
wonderful.
Yeah. Because these guys are important to a lot of people, myself as well. And for any of you out there in this holiday season, we know this time of year can be very tough for some, especially if you've been going through some things in this upcoming holiday season. You don't want that to be the case. So how about an expungement from the fine folks at Gonzalez Law? He can help you get a job. He can help you get your constitutional rights back with that expungement. And so something from your past that still may be dragging you down, holding you back, something you'd like to move on from, well, contact him about an expungement. And right now he's offering discounts on expungements now through Christmas at the number 916-304-9187. You can go to saclegaldefense.com to find out more. And whether or not you have other issues that you need representation, whether it's an auto accident, whether it's a wrongful termination case, sexual harassment case, wherever you feel you need representation, he will do it. He's got a great track record, has a great court record as well. Whatever the situation may be, you want someone that's local, someone that's on your side, someone that's willing to fight for you. Again, that's the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez. SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187. All right, Chris. Well, do you want to do a little leading off?
It will be very little.
Very little? Like how little will it be?
How little will it be? It might just be one.
Keegan Murray plays. Let's do it. Leading off the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
It might be so little because I can't even get to the... Here we go. It's only about 9 clicks away. Wait for it.
Man, Dave really screwed everything up.
Joe Ingles, who's a veteran, throws it to the backcourt. It'll grab by Anthony Edwards, and that will do it. Horn sounds. This one is over. There will be no beam lighting tonight in Sacramento. But what a memorable evening. Despite the loss for Sacramento, their record now 7-6 on the year. And they've got a game to play tomorrow night against the Utah Jazz in this building.
Well, they did go on and beat the Utah Jazz in this building. That was a Gold One Center. That's G-Man describing the Kings and the Timberwolves, the memorable night. Actually, they've already played twice. Kings lost the season opener, home and season opener against the T-Wolves with a chance to win it at the buzzer by Keegan Murray. And they lost the last time they played. It was a cup game. It went overtime, and De'Aaron Fox scored 60. So what happens tonight? Well, we've got a lot to discuss about that because they're going to go to battle tonight without Trey Lyles is out. DeMar DeRozan is going to be out. Looks like they could be getting some help, maybe. An addition of Jae Crowder. New King could be coming. We'll discuss that. We got a lot to get to today between that, the Dodgers, the World Series champs, getting even better, and so much more. That's some of the thoughts that we're going to have throughout the show. Also, college football's new batch of rankings is out. That and the night in the NBA. All our guests that we mentioned, Coach Plow, Sam Amick, Sean Salisbury, Katie Christensen, jam-packed show, and we'll get rolling with more of that next.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
It's all on his shoulders. Cox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm meteorologist Kelly Curran in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. We are looking at mainly clear skies this morning with lows starting out in the low 40s. Afternoon highs today in the upper 50s with lots of sunshine. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA app.
Get Black Friday savings right now at Folsom Lake Kia. Coach Christie here reminding you, if you're in the market for a new car, now through Monday, shop Folsom Lake Kia for massive Black Friday discounts. FolsomLakeKia.com.
There are Black Friday deals, and then there are Kohl's Black Friday deals. Where else can you get 40% off Levi's, up to 50% off Sephora fragrances, and home favorites for under $10, all in the same place? And it gets better. You can score extra Kohl's cash with $15 earned for every $50 spent. Get 15% off some of your finds, and save even more with limited time doorbusters, like 50% off toys. Select styles. Offers end November 29th. Coupons do not apply to Levi's and toys. Coupons and Kohl's cash do not apply to Sephora. Some restrictions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Let's face it, winter can be a hard season. It's cold pretty much all the time. Blizzard. You have to shovel. Another blizzard. You slip on ice. But you know what makes winter suck a little less? Getting a free phone. Join Cricket Nation and get a free Samsung Galaxy A15 5G. Ooh, ouch. Welcome to enjoying more. Welcome to Cricket Nation. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. Must open a new line on the $60 unlimited plan. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Fees, terms, and other restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Get year-end pricing during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on our entire selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords. Plus, with low finance and lease options, now's the time to buy. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, or go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
It's Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, and guess what? Primetime football is back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high-hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. As always, offering the best food, the best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. So check them out, Capital Casino, and always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TIGER to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text TIGER to 321-321. That's TIGER to 321-321.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, Folsom Lake Ford. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, like America's best-selling F-Series. Check out a huge selection of Mavericks, F-150s, and Super Duty trucks, or tech-filled SUVs like Explorers and Expeditions. Plus a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports. All in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with 0 down down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest finance rates. And Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they are my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. For 35 years and counting, come down and take a test drive today. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
on Sacktown Sports.
UC Davis head football coach Tim Plow scheduled to join us in our next segment. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Chris, question for you, Thanksgiving related. How many guests on average, so again, this is according to data, do most homes have for Thanksgiving dinner? What's the guest number normally at most houses?
I will say 15.
Okay, not bad. The answer, again, this is an average, and this is on some sort of, who is this? 2023 survey. Yeah, 11.
That seems super small. 15 seems small.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously depends on the size of the family. So I'm trying to think about ours tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be north of 15. We might be right around that. It just depends, but we've definitely had more than that.
Yeah, my cousin said, "Oh, we're going to keep it small this year. It's only going to be about 15 to 20 people."
Yeah, exactly. We've done that before. Like if we had get-togethers or just like we're just gonna do a barbecue, maybe do a little birthday celebration for some of the family. My wife will always do that. She'll go, "Yeah, it's just little small things, just family." I'm like, "That's not small."
Yeah.
If it's her like that's not small.
I don't know if there's like a couple like aunts and uncles, like a couple of aunts and uncles for us. Like if we're inviting him and their kids and her kids, that's like 12 people right
then
there.
You're already there. Yeah, you're like, and then us. Yeah. So according to the survey in 2023, the average guests of those hosting Thanksgiving dinner usually average around 11. So if you got 11, more or less,
How many do you think Dave has?
What's that?
How do you think Dave's going to have?
Well, I think I could do it pretty quickly. Let's see. I think he's going to be around 8 or 9.
Okay. So he's keeping it like super intimate.
That's my guess. I don't know if he said his parents, his family, and his sister and husband, right? That's 2, 6, 7, 8. Maybe, I don't know. I'm going to go with 8 to 10 for Dave. That's my guess. Are you asking him?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see. We shall see. Last night in the NBA, the Kings are in action tonight, by the way, and we will get into this in more detail because there is Kings news from yesterday. Trey Lyles injured. We knew he got hurt. I saw it during the game. I didn't see the actual moment, but I saw him calling for a sub right away. And we always say athletes know. They know when something's not right, and it was his calf. And if anybody's injured a calf, I know Chris has. I know I have. It just, if it grabs you, you don't want to push it. You know something's wrong, and you're not sure how long you'll be out. Well, after the reveal of the MRI, it looks like it was a grade 1 strain to the calf, and he's going to be reevaluated in 3 to 4 weeks. So that news came out yesterday, paired with DeMar DeRozan, who's been arriving at the games here lately with these back braces on. It's more probably like a heating pad to try to keep that back loose. He's missed a couple games with the injured back. He has been ruled out for tonight. So Kings are dealing with poor play and injuries. That combo platter's not a good thing. Reports yesterday from Shams saying that looks like the Kings were closing in on a deal to sign Jae Crowder, NBA veteran, who they worked out in the offseason. So he could be available if everything went right as soon as tonight. So the Kings are literally not playing well, playing a team they've lost twice, and they've got injuries. So they got all that together. Did you get an answer?
Dave is very average.
11?
10 to 12.
10 to 12. Okay. So I was close to my numbers, but yeah, you'll have to give me a final report on the numbers for you on tomorrow, and I'll give you mine as well. But yeah, the Kings are in a tough tough way right now. Now, I don't know if this is good news or not. Sometimes I would rather have the team the Kings play next come off a win. But Minnesota's not playing very well. Minnesota played last night at home. It was a cup game against Houston. They did go overtime, so they played a few extra minutes, but they lost. And so now this team is scuffling a little bit like the Kings. They're 5-3 at home, 8-9 overall. And with Houston's win, Houston, the Timberwolves, the Kings, the Rockets, or I said the Rockets, the Timberwolves, the Kings, the Clippers, and the Blazers are the 5 teams that make up Group A. Well, the Rockets have already clinched the group. The Kings aren't mathematically eliminated, but they're pretty close to being eliminated from cup play. You've already got the Warriors that have advanced. The Rockets will advance. You'll get another one of the group teams to advance, and then one wild card. I'm highly high. The odds of the Kings advancing are very, very remote. They'd have to win the last 2 cup games, and they'd have to win them by a lot and then get a ton of help. I mean, 2-2 shouldn't get you in. Most likely 3-1 will. And the Kings can't get to 3-1. They're 0-2. So looks like they'll make up their 2 extra games the week of the cup semis and the finals. And that'll be 1 home game, 1 road game for them. So they'll end up with 41-41. Unlike last year where they got through the cup play and then lost their first game to try to advance to Vegas and then had to play 1 more game after that. But they got a tough draw last year, certainly by advancing in the cup. You hope that by not, maybe there's a little bit of a favorable add-on schedule there. We'll see when the league puts that ultimately together. But last night in the NBA, you had the Rockets beating the Timberwolves in overtime to clinch Group A. The Bucks won their 5th consecutive game. So they're now working themselves back to 500. So good job for the Bucks, now 9-9 with that 106-103 win. Damian Lillard had a big day. He had 37. And the Wizards, poor Wizards, they lost to the Bulls 127-108. They are 2-14. They were 2-2. So they've lost 12 consecutive games. The Spurs beat the Jazz. And the Suns welcome back Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant. Well, Booker had a double-double. They blew out the Lakers 127-100. Both teams now 10-7. Lakers will need some help to try to get through their cup play and try to defend their title, but they're in trouble there as well. So we got more on the Kings. We'll dive more into tonight's matchup. We'll visit with Sam Amick. We'll talk to Katie Christensen. But when we come back, our first guest, well, besides Carmichael Dave, who chimed in, our first guest will be UC Davis head football coach Tim Plow. He's going to join us when we come back on Sacktown Sports.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Black Friday savings on now on the all-new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. With $8,000 off MSRP after rebates, every new 2025 half-ton LT, RST, LTZ, and High Country in stock at Maida Chevy. Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections of new 2025 Silverados in the Sacramento area. $8,000 off new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. Now that's big, huge. MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, leasing, time, offers. Ends 12/1/24. Source internet search 11/2/24.
Black Friday has officially landed at Fasteners Inc. Sacramento. The best deals of the year on power tools are happening now from November 25th through December 2nd. Get low-price Makita Bear tools starting at just $89. Makita batteries starting at only $49, and so much more. Don't miss out on your chance to grab the hottest power tool deals of the year. But hurry, these deals won't last forever. Visit us in person at 6701 Power Inn Road or shop online anytime at fastenersinc.net. Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Better tools, better prices. At the law offices of Dale R. Gomes, we understand that when you're facing a crisis, you need more than just a lawyer. You need a team. Our dedicated attorneys work together, combining decades of experience to guide you through personal injury or criminal defense matters with care and expertise. We're committed to supporting you every step of the way, ensuring your voice is heard and your rights are protected. With offices in Sacramento and El Dorado County, reach out to the law offices of Dale R. Gomes today, 916-999-9033, or online at dalegomslaw.com.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's going on for Jeep Adventure Days now that Black Friday's here?
Get your hands on one of America's favorite SUVs with savings up to $17,000 off MSRP or 0% financing for 72 months on all remaining new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs. you pick.
Wow, and those new Grand Cherokees are really nice.
Yeah, they are. But remember, the savings isn't just on new Jeeps. We have over 200 quality used cars available and over 40 under $20,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HoblettDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$17,000 total net savings on select new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xE after $4,750 dealer discount and $12,250 factory and federal rebates. Rebates include $500 first responder bonus cash for eligible first responders and $3,750 federal EV tax credit, subject to change. 0% APR for 72 months. Option is available as a standalone offer and cannot be combined with other incentives. Must have 700 plus FICO score to qualify through SFS. $13.89 per thousand borrow. 5 of this net savings. See dealer for details. Sample VIN 684-904.
The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is expanding. I guess you could say the Super Shop is getting more superer. That means more for you. More apparel, more equipment, more shoes, more gift ideas, more of everything you want. If you're looking for the right gift for the golfer in your life, let the friendly team of Hagen Oaks experts help you find the perfect gift. From golf bags to golf balls, from golf pants to golf shirts, from rain gear to golf gloves, Hagen Oaks has it all. And much is on sale. Visit the Hagen Oaks Golf Superer Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80, or find us at HagenOaks.com.
Carmichael Dave with a simple question. What are you thankful for this year? So many things to consider, but one thing we can all agree on is a well-running vehicle to get you where you need to go each and every day. Jiffy Lube would like to say thank you to all their customers this November. Whether a weekend road trip to Lake Tahoe or your daily commute to work, Jiffy Lube has you covered. Serving the greater Sacramento area since 1984. Visit jiffylube.com today to find a location near you, generous oil change coupons, and more. Happy Thanksgiving and holiday driving from Jiffy Lube.
Ready to make this Christmas unforgettable? Shop early and save at Prestigio Jewelers' biggest Black November sale ever. For over 30 years, Prestigio Jewelers has offered in-house financing and fine jewelry. Guaranteed credit approval between $400 and $10,000 with no money down options. Prestigio Jewelers, the perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. With locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno. Or online at prestigiojewelers.com.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
All right, back here, the show rolling along. Jason Ross, Christopher Laud, Carmichael Dave is off. You heard him earlier today, though, but he will be back with us on Monday. We hope everybody's getting ready for a great Thanksgiving and some time with the loved ones, those that you care about, family, friends, however it may be. Hopefully everybody is safe and get ready for a good one. We know the UC Davis Aggies are getting ready for a postseason run, and their head coach, Tim Plow, joining us each and every Wednesday. Coach, how are you?
Good morning, Jason. Some guys have to work and some guys take days off, I guess, around here.
No days off, Coach.
Yeah, no days off. Jeez.
Got to appreciate the grind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. First and foremost, Coach, Thanksgiving plans. I know you're glad you still have football to worry about, but team-wise, how's that going tomorrow for you and the team?
Well, we are really thankful that we played well enough to earn the bye, and we talked to our team last week about what winning could lead us to. So I think a lot of our guys are going to be able to go home today and be with their families on Thanksgiving, which is great. And then for the few guys that can't, they'll be able to have Thanksgiving with our staff and be with their football family. So we got everyone somewhere to go, which is good.
Are you much of a cook? Do you participate? How are you on Thanksgiving?
I would love to give it a shot, but I also, happy wife, happy life. And we go to my in-laws every year for Thanksgiving. And that's probably not changing anytime soon, Jason.
Yeah.
Got to keep the lady happy. So
that's right.
I would love to try to cook at Thanksgiving, but that's not on the docket right now.
Well, somebody's got to, enjoy the food. So everybody plays their role, right?
That's all I do. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Well, Coach, before we look ahead, I do want to look back. It turned out to be a classic of a causeway. The Hornets put up quite a fight. They made you guys work for that. Would love your overall assessment of, just kind of how you guys were able to fight through that one when you had a couple of 2-score leads multiple times in the game, but they took you guys all the way to the end.
Yeah, I think, first off, just the resiliency of our team and what they've shown all year is that they will find a way to win, and they will find a way to get it done, which is, I just think, an amazing trait, and the players deserve all the praise for that. But then also just, not surprised at all at how hard Sac State played and how great of a game it was, because that's just been kind of the way that rivalry has been for a long time, and they played tremendous, especially their quarterback and wide receivers, and so it was a great football game to be a part of for sure, and I hope that for a long time we got a bunch of games like that every year.
Yeah, I mean, it truly was a great game, and I know for weeks we've talked to you about Lan Larison, and I've seen him play in person and on TV and different things, but to watch him again, it was like he had already made his impact on the game, made a couple of great catches, some good runs, but really hadn't totally had his imprint yet. Then he has the back-breaking touchdown, and of course, when you need to recover an onside kick, there he was. I mean, he is so valuable to your team. You see him every week, but Coach, sometimes maybe others need to be reminded, but I don't know why, but just how special of a player you have in Lan Larison.
Yeah, I just there's not much more I can say. I mean, I know there's kind of a campaign going on right now on our end to try to get him the Walter Payton Award, but I don't. There's not a better player in the country. It really isn't. It really isn't debatable. I guess it's not frustrating, but that's why I hope that the committees or whatever people that vote for stuff, they look at things, from just a factual base. There's only one player in all of football at all levels that has more yards than Lan Larison, and it's Ashton Junty at Boise, who's got 30 more yards than him, and that guy is up for the Heisman. So I don't think it's any debate who the best player at our level is. The guy's got 2,100 yards. He also made a tackle on punt. He also, his first kick return of the year, he goes 35 yards, then he recovers the onside kick. I mean, and the one punt return they got, that was a really good one. We looked at his staff, and I was like, hey, Land's not on the field. So he does everything for us, and I think that's what makes him the best player. And he's also just got a tremendous drive to be great. And that's what great leaders have. That's why his teammates, I think, play as hard as they play. They see him playing as hard as he does.
Yeah, and you have used him all year. I mean, he's thrown passes. His reception total has gone up dramatically from a year ago. And just knowing that he can handle all the roles for you guys, I mean, just makes him, especially I imagine if you're now, whether it was Andy Thompson last week, the teams you're going to play going forward, anybody you've already played, trying to scout and game plan against him, knowing that he can throw, catch, run, block, kick return. I mean, I don't know how you scout for him.
Yeah, in 2017, 2018, we had Keelan Doss, who was an NFL receiver, and we threw him 230 receptions over 2 years. But it's hard sometimes to get a receiver the ball because they can double him, they can find different coverages to roll towards him. Sam Batu got off to a great start against Sac State, and then they started rolling coverage to him, and it was tough to get the ball the rest of the game, and someone else had to get open. When you're getting the ball to a running back, the nice thing is you can get the ball to him in a lot of ways. You can line him up in so many spots, or you can just turn around and hand it to him. So there's when you have a great running back, it is harder for defenses to limit him if he's a great receiver, because you can get the ball to him in so many ways. And when we first got here, we tried to see what Land was capable of and quickly realized that, there's really no limitations on what we can do with him. And that makes it really fun every week as a coach to try to come up with new, cool ways to get him the ball. Because really the goal is, let's just give him the ball in a situation where he's one-on-one with somebody. And when that's the case, he usually wins.
Yeah, for sure. So now I know Sunday, I think you guys had your end of season banquet. You get to watch the selection show. That's got to be rewarding, knowing you're in. You just want to see your fate. And so when it's laid out, you got the bye. That's good news. You're the 5 seed. Just, I think it's always careful what you wish for, but do you like kind of the setup, like the draw that you have, at least at the beginning?
I do like the draw. I think the things I like are that the two teams that we could play are not Big Sky teams. And that's what I really want, because, man, the fun part of the tournament is you get to play teams that you don't usually play. And so I was really fired up that whoever we play is going to be someone we've never played before. And that's awesome. That's fun. And then obviously we get to play at home after a bye, which is great. And then the other cool part is, if we're lucky enough to win and get to the quarterfinal or the next round, then we get to play in a dome on the road, which, I know we're a tough team, Jason, but we're still a California team. And if I can avoid going to play outdoors in South Dakota in December, I would sure love to play in a dome. So I think a lot of things work in our favor there. And hopefully at the end of the day, every team you're going to play is really good, and every team you're going to play could beat you. So no one's looking ahead, but I do think there's some things that could line up for us if we play our best football, which is great.
Yeah, and this is unique. Obviously, when you have a season, like if you had a bye, equivalent of a bye, you're playing Cal Poly, Portland State, right, Montana next. Like that's easier to lock in. You're either playing Illinois State or Southeast Missouri State. You got to wait for the results. So what's the kind of lead up to next week? I mean, before the results of their game to find out who you're playing, how much pre-scouting are you doing on those teams? Or are you just kind of waiting for the outcome of that game?
We're actually trying to have some fun as a staff. So we're splitting the opponents in half. So half the staff is preparing for Illinois State. Half the staff is preparing for SEMO. And both staffs are putting together their own game plans. And, so we bought some shirts. So we're going to have half the staff is rooting for SEMO and half the staff is rooting for Illinois State. We're going to watch the game Saturday morning with all of our families. And we'll have preliminary game plans ready for both teams so that Saturday when the game's over, our staff will be in here late Saturday night and finalize all the game plan, installation stuff. And then players come back Sunday night and we'll be able to have everything ready for them. So we've had a lot of fun with that. And then at practice this week, today's our last practice this week. It's with no opponent, just more about us competing with each other. And I got to say, yesterday's practice was one of the more competitive practices we've had all year, because it was just offense against defense, competing on special teams against each other, and getting back to kind of our roots, which is just we want to compete every day. And it doesn't matter who we're playing, but I know our guys had a lot of fun yesterday. We got a lot of guys a chance to get in there and play. And so I really was happy with how everyone's attitude was, because it can be easy for guys to not really come out ready to go, but they did. So I was thrilled with that. Got one more great practice today before guys take off for the break.
Well, you like to pit guys against one another and pick sides and make them choose. What was the fight last week to prep everyone for the Causeway?
Well, it was tough. I wanted to show Muhammad Ali versus Ernie Terrell from 1967, which was the What's My Name fight. But I couldn't really get a lot of good footage on that. It's an older fight. So I ended up showing Shane Mosley, Antonio Margarito, which was the fight where famously he got caught wrapping his hands with plaster. And you found out that Margarito had basically been fighting with loaded gloves his whole career. And that was kind of the message of, hey, these Hornets, they're gonna try to have loaded gloves tomorrow, but we gotta, don't worry, we're gonna catch them in the dressing room, and then we gotta come out with confidence and throw some bombs like Sugar Shane.
Well, I think your message was received, and the Hornets did do that. They were right there, but you guys responded, have had a great regular season. Now it's off to the postseason. We look forward to talking to you again next week. We'll know who you're playing then, and we'll get everybody prepped for that home game for you guys. Coach, thank you so much. Congrats on a great season, more season to go, and I hope you and your family have a great Thanksgiving.
I appreciate that. I just, thankful for you guys and everyone there for, giving UC Davis a platform every week to try to get people involved and some knowledge with our team. So I just thankful for you guys. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving and find some joy. And tell Dave that I'm just disappointed, man. Like most people work hard. He just seems to just take days off left and right.
Yeah.
And he just, come on.
He needs to know that the disappointment that you feel. I will definitely pass that on, Coach. That's for sure.
Okay, good. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys.
All right. Take care. That is Coach Tim Plow, the head coach of your UC Davis Aggies. Yeah, bye week. They've earned it. They will watch to see who they will play next week in their first round, which will be round 2 of the FCS playoffs. Speaking of college football's playoffs, the latest rankings are out. We'll get into some of that. The Dodgers have added. The World Series champs have added and taken from the Giants. We'll talk about that as Blake Snell's now going to be headed to LA and more on the Kings. That's all as we start the next hour on Sacktown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi. Golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime forcing, layoffs on the line. Golf, Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour split into 6 teams. Learn more at TGLGolf.com and tune into the inaugural season beginning January 7th. Keep up, it's golf.
Time to work on your gift list with Black Friday deals at the Home Depot. Right now, get a select tool from top brands like Ryobi and Milwaukee for free when you buy a select battery kit. Choose from reciprocating saws, multi-tools, sanders, and more. Whether you're stocking up on power for your personal workshop or grabbing the perfect gift for someone else's. Get Black Friday tool deals delivered from the Home Depot. Limit 1 per transaction. Exclusions apply. Full eligible tool list in-store and online.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
The holidays are always a great time to get together with family and friends, but nothing beats the thrill of Stockton Honda's deals. During Happy Honda Days, find the perfect ride in person or online. With over 400 new Hondas ready to go, now is the time to buy at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Number 1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company. Sold on report.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right. Sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
The sewer system. It's probably the last thing on your mind, and that's okay. Because at the Sacramento Area Sewer District, it's our first priority. As the region's largest sewer utility, we own and maintain thousands of miles of sewer pipe. And our job is to get to your sewer problem before it interrupts your life. So whether you've got a slow drain or a backup, call us first, day or night. The Sacramento Area Sewer District. It's a dirty job, but we're happy to do it.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer & Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust, along with my entire team. I have been helping accident survivors recover compensation for their injuries for 25 years, and we can help you. There is no charge for calling. If you have an injury, Just call Ginger.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
With wet weather here, you're probably going to play a few rounds in the rain, so keep a few things in mind in those wet conditions. The ball probably won't go as far because you'll get little, if any, run out. If you tend to hit the ball low, maybe think about adjusting the loft of your driver to carry the ball farther. And when you get to the short clubs on the wet ground, your wedge can have a tendency to dig into the turf, so focus on hitting the ball first. And if you occasionally spin the ball back on the greens, expect more of that to happen when they're wet. Now, all of this assumes that you're ready to play in the rain. You own waterproof shoes and rain gear, rain gloves, which work best when wet, and an extra towel to keep everything else dry. But the most important thing you should bring to the first tee is a positive attitude. I found some of my most memorable rounds have been played in the rain. Overcoming the conditions to enjoy yourself while possibly shooting a good score makes for a great day. And remember, golf is a game, even in the rain. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Get year-end pricing during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on our entire selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords. Plus, with low finance and lease options, now's the time to buy. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD 1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
I think the audience was enjoying the one shot.
You trying to tell me something, Jason?
No, I'm just saying your camera is.
You gotta keep them separated.
Is the foggy, I guess, dirty glass between us, and then this now shot has us a little farther. But no, it was a little weird. I looked at him like, whoa, it's up close and personal.
Did you say foggy?
Yeah.
You sound like that from London.
Another Thanksgiving trivia for you here, Chris. Let's see, what do we got?
Should we let people know what happened in your office yesterday? Our discussion about planes, trains, and automobiles.
Wait, why did I forget it?
About how come you didn't bring that up for what year did planes, trains, and automobiles come out?
Oh, yes, you can bring that up.
So sitting with you in your office,
Yeah.
and then what usually we do, we kind of do like a post-show thing.
Yeah.
And I see on Twitter that it's like planes, trains, and automobiles
anniversary, right?
Anniversary. And I looked at it. It's like this came out in 1987. I'm like, wait, what? Why didn't Jason bring this up? And then I saw it came from the day before. I'm like, hey, Jason, why didn't you bring this up yesterday for
You totally
celebrity
missed
birthdays?
planes, trains,
You
and
missed
automobiles.
planes, trains, and automobiles.
And then I don't even think I
I
responded.
don't think you answered. Then I remembered, oh, wait, you did ask about it.
And oh, wait, I got the exact year
I got
right.
the exact year right.
So it's like Chris had a whole thought process going like, what's wrong with you? Wait, you did ask. Wait, I got it right. Wait, I forgot all of that. Yeah, pretty much. And I don't even think I looked up. I just kept typing away.
If anyone's wondering how my week has been going.
How many turkeys do Americans prepare each Thanksgiving? This is just gonna be a random number guess, but
so this is everyone combined?
Yeah, it's all the people in America.
I am going to say, let's say 600,000.
Is how many turkeys are prepared?
Yes.
You're close. 46 million.
Oh my God.
Okay, and then what percentage of Americans actually eat turkey on Thanksgiving?
That's a lot of turkey. So then I'm going to say 87%.
I was going to say, I bet Chris gets within a couple percent. You're off by 1. 88% of Americans chow down on Thanksgiving turkey. I'm guessing maybe other things are served. Obviously, there's some vegetarians, vegans, that's totally fine. So there you go.
Yeah, I know my cousin in Cincinnati. I think him and
They don't
his
do turkey?
family, they do tofurkey.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. There you go. So we'll keep peppering you with Thanksgiving.
It smells like pepper.
Pepper, you like pepper. All right, let's get to a few other sports news and notes before we get into a lot of Kings conversation over the next couple of hours. First and foremost, I'm a Yankee fan. I wanted the Yankees to beat the Dodgers. I think this was the year.
Gross.
The year to beat the Dodgers because their lineup was stacked. We knew that. They were gutted from our pitching staff. Like that was not their strength. They had so many injuries. And next year, they're going to be even better at that pitching staff because here's the report from overnight.
This happened, Christina, for a few reasons. Number one, Blake Snell actually went out and performed this year, and after doing so, opted out of his contract with the San Francisco Giants. He looked like his Cy Young winning self in the second half of the season, and the Dodgers thought, hey, we need rotation help, even though we are the defending World Series champion. Remember, they only had Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Jack Flaherty, and Walker Buehler pitching in their rotation in the postseason. They were banged up big time with injuries this year, and a guy like Snell fits them perfectly because his stuff is so good. The Dodgers every year have a great bullpen and feel like if we get 5 or 6 great innings out of our starting pitcher and have a guy who's ready for October, that's the person that we want to bet on.
That's Jeff Pass. And yeah, the Dodgers have added Blake Snell. So now you're looking at Yamamoto. Oh, yeah, Shohei Ohtani if he wants to pitch next year. Blake Snell. They still have Kershaw. They've got Glasnow, who was hurt this year. Even further down, that pitched last year, Gavin Stone. They have Dustin May if they want to use him to go with everything else they've already got. So the rich get richer, a big, big move by the Los Angeles Dodgers. And I think that one, that's a big one. That team was already going to be good. We knew that, but they just got better. A couple other notes today, too, that we wanted to jump into because yesterday the brand new college football playoff bracket, the 12-team bracket was released. This is what it would be if the season ended today. Obviously, there's still more to go, and this could shake up. The 4 teams that will get the bye out of the 12, that stayed the same. Number 1, Oregon. Number 2, Texas. Number 3, Miami. Number 4, Boise State. And then your brackets right now, playing around them, you'd have Arizona State, Ohio State. That would be fun. Cameron Scadaboo.
I remember him.
Actually, what's so great, Chris, I wasn't sure how he would do leaving Sac State. I knew he was a great player. I'm like, I don't know, going to the Pac-12, which is now, now they're in the Big 12 for ASU. But on the Heisman ladder, I saw that he's like 7th. He's not going to win it, but he's had an amazing season.
And it's cool seeing him still trucking people over.
He just hasn't changed. Was it last week? Yeah, he scored, got in the end zone, signed an autograph. I'm like, he's just the best. I just loved watching him play at Sac State, and he's killing it at ASU. So ASU would take on Ohio State. You've got Tennessee and Georgia. The winner of that would get would move on. You've got Indiana, who had a bad loss this last week, but they're still in that top 12. Right now, they would face Penn State and then SMU against Notre Dame. I really think this is going to be a lot of fun. What you can tell that's already happened is you've just kind of moved the goalposts. We talk about that kind of conversation and a lot of things. Like when there was 4 teams, the debate would be, is a 1-loss SEC team going to get in? Well, now you're just moving it to how many losses of a team from a big conference is going to get in. They want SEC and Big Ten teams, and there's a lot of good teams there. And they beat each other up, but are they the best of the best? And then if you slip up and you're a Boise or a SMU, are you going to be left out? Well, right now they're in, and that's what's good. That's the charm of this. And I think when they actually get to the 12 and those games, It's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll see the first run through it this year of the college football, new format, new playoff. We just talked to Tim Plow, the UC Davis coach, and they're going to be going through the FCS version. That's 24 teams with 8 getting a bye. Sac State's been in that for the last 4 years, and being a part of that has been fun to watch. It's just I don't know a lot about the FCS teams outside the Big Sky and really the Missouri Valley, and so when you're getting some of these other teams that you might have to match up with, it's kind of fun to see what those leagues are like, see what your matchups are like, see if you can handle playing those teams, whether you're going there or coming here. And this is great. It's going to be great for college football. All right, still to come, the Kings are going to go to battle without Trey Lyles and DeMar DeRozan. We'll be discussing that in a moment. But next, we've got 3 for Madness, 3 questions, 3 answers, and a homage here to Thanksgiving. We will discuss that next.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for 3, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's happening for Ram Power Days? Now the Black Friday's here.
We're giving you a head start on the new year when you save up to $17,500 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s, starting as low as $36,325.
Wow, already that kind of savings on next year's models?
Yep, there's a reason we continue to be one of the biggest Ram dealers in the country, with numerous customer service awards, including the very prestigious Walter P. Chrysler Award, which means we are in the top 1% of dealers in the nation.
Don't miss the savings on those new 2025 Rams right now at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$17,500 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 1500 after $12,000 factory rebates and $5,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include $2,000 SFS bonus cash. Must finance through Stellantis. $3,000 Hoblet select inventory coupons. $500 on-the-job upfit incentive with proof of business ownership, and $2,000 in Hoblet trade-in assistance for eligible trade-ins. 10 at the net savings. See dealer for details. $36,325 in 544-890.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, Kings discussion coming up. The Kings are in a world of hurt right now as far as the way they've been playing, and literally hurt. Some injuries. No Trey Lyles today. We're going to talk about the impact of him being out in the rotation because he's going to miss 3 to 4 weeks at a minimum. And no DeMar DeRozan today. So what might that starting lineup look like? We'll discuss that. Yeah, my sentiments exactly. We'll discuss that coming up in a moment. But it is 3 for Madness time. Thanksgiving edition. 3 questions, 3 answers. Christopher Laud, question number 1.
What is your turkey preference? Baked, fried, smoked, or leftover?
I like the fried turkey. I mean, the oven turkey's classic. Nothing wrong with it. I don't think I've done a Traeger or smoked turkey.
I've never had smoked turkey either
that I know of. I mean, our family's never prepared that, but maybe I've had sliced. Oh, it's smoked turkey. Okay, that's fine. Leftovers good. I don't know how much. I mean, if all meats were in front of me, I'm not picking turkey. But at Thanksgiving, it's basically in front of you. Like Alan was saying, what was he saying? They were going to have tri-tip.
Yeah.
I would have the tri-tip. And maybe because it's Thanksgiving, I probably should have. If someone has made the turkey or they did something, hey, we tried this something different or we did this recipe, I'm going to try it. But literally my plate tomorrow will have probably the smallest little thing of turkey. And mainly it's there's gravy, just so I can put the gravy on it. And then, whether it's mac and cheese, potato salad, green bean casserole, whatever, all the other stuff, that's what I'm going for. But I would say of that list, probably fried turkey.
Fried. My uncle, unfortunately, he doesn't live here anymore, but his fried turkey was incredible. I'm not a big turkey guy either.
Yeah.
But it's oh my God.
I just think that tastes better.
I need as much of this as I can.
Have you done the deep fried turkey?
No.
Okay.
I don't have the guts to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
So I think I was more intimidated than anything when I did it the first time because actually my father-in-law was the one he and I kind of did it the first time. And then he's like, you got it. You figured out how to do it. And then I've done it pretty much since. But I remember at that time I was watching a bunch of videos. And then if you look it up, then it's
on fire.
All the disasters. And I'm like, oh no, this looks awful. Like, I'm really scared. It's really not that. I mean, you've got to be sound and safe with it, but other than that, it's really easy. Just drop it in its bath and let it cook. Just kind of, it's all a timing thing. So, does anybody fry one for you guys? You said your uncle did
my
it, but
cousin said he might be doing it this year.
Yeah, it's fun. But yeah, we're both in the same spot. How much leftover turkey will you have, if any?
I don't know. I'm not sure on the portions.
Okay.
I'm Tommy Gobbler, and I'm stuffed with Thanksgiving happiness. A gobble gobble.
Let's see. I roast and fry a turkey today. I am off working and prepping for tomorrow. Yeah, I mean tomorrow. My thought is, we're going to my sister-in-law's, but I think we're frying. I know we're frying one, but I think they're also baking one. So we have two versions of the turkey.
It's like traditional.
Yeah. MC says wrap it in bacon. Sure. It's fine by me. Huh.
Is there like a what about the turducken?
Yeah, I haven't had that. I've not had that. All right, question 2.
Question 2.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving Day side dish?
So now we're going to family tradition. So I've said this before, but into my in-laws, like, they have gumbo every Thanksgiving, and it's like the first offering. That, I guess that's going to count as my side. I just absolutely love it. Love their version. Gumbo, I think, is the most differently prepared item. So when people are like, oh, we had gumbo, and I look like, oh, what is that? But I mean, because there's tomato based, there's people put different things in it. And so I just love gumbo, and their version of it's just so good.
Can I say something without being judged?
Sure.
I've never had gumbo before.
We're going to have to change that. Gonna have to change it. You really haven't? Just any kind of?
Nope.
Well, what do you think gumbo is?
It's some sort of seafood stew. I would think like kind of like cioppino.
I don't know what cioppino is, because that's seafood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't eat. Is cioppino though like a tomato-y?
Yes.
Red. Okay.
I would say it would be more on the soupier side.
Gumbo?
No.
Cioppino. Yeah. So gumbo, like their version of gumbo, it will be so where I'm lucky is because of my allergies to shellfish, I don't get the crab or the shrimp. So like they always feel like, we just made you this other pot. And it's always like, my mother-in-law is so sweet about it. She's like, it's just, I'm sorry I made you just this small pot, but the pot might be this. And
like
it's
enough
just
for 4 people.
And it's just me.
Yeah.
Like they've got the jumbo, like it's massive, but with everybody else eating out of that one, I end up getting more than anybody, which is great. But there'll be chicken, sausage, beef, and then it's the roux is the most important thing in this whole thing, and then the broth, that however it's all made and comes together over rice, and it's just money. So for me, it's that. But I mean, I love mac and cheese.
My cousin makes like a crab mac and cheese. That's
okay,
incredible.
What would be
I'm saying like all the stuff that you can't have.
Right. What would be your favorite side? But like if I went to yours and you guys had tamales, I'm like, I love tamales.
Yeah.
Like I would love that. I mean, something as simple as like, I like bread. The rolls are good. Like the mashed potato, whether it's mashed potatoes, we make potato salad.
Oh, do you know, it's like when they're done correctly, like scalloped potatoes.
Those are great.
Oh,
I mean, just potatoes are so versatile. But do you have a favorite?
I'd go with mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese is pretty money.
But even like mashed potatoes, gravy is just like solid.
And then
it's the Harrison Barnes of
yes. We even joked earlier in the week about cranberry sauce. I don't know how much I love it, but of all of them, that stinking sauce out of the can is actually kind of good, and it makes it all come together. But
that goes along with the idea of, if cranberry sauce is so great, how come it's just for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, because I will not or do not eat it any other time. And honestly, I don't. If it's out there tomorrow, I'll probably put some on the plate, but I don't always. But are you a green bean casserole, yay or nay?
I would like to not be judged, Jason.
You have not had that.
I have never had green bean casserole before.
Okay. I don't know why that became I feel like that's become a little bit more popular of a Thanksgiving thing lately, but I don't think I had a lot of it, and the more I've had lately, I do like it. It's good. It just depends. It's like anything. How's it prepared?
I'm trying to think. I don't think like anyone's. I think maybe one time at my grandma's, somebody brought one over, but it was never like a mainstay.
Yeah. Let's see. What's the difference between gumbo and jambalaya? Gumbo is soupy. Like there's liquid to it. Jambalaya, there's no. It could be rice.
Yeah,
all those things. Sausage, chicken.
I've had that before.
I don't want to say dry. There's just no liquid to it.
Yeah,
and that's great. I love jambalaya, and that's a different spice to it. But I love jambalaya. I mean, jambalaya basically is gumbo without the soup. Kind of, right? So, yeah, good question though. Good question. All right, question number 3.
Question 3.
What is your favorite Thanksgiving Day dessert?
Which is funny. I would think generally I am not like dessert's number 1. I love dessert, but I don't think we'll have probably my mother-in-law. I know will make a sweet potato pie. And some people have pumpkin pie or like I feel like Thanksgiving is pies.
Yes.
And I like them. I will eat everything else. So a lot of times I may miss dessert, even though that's rare for me. But yeah, sweet potato pie, I like pumpkin pie. I actually like pecan pie. I don't know if it'll be made apple pie. I don't know. I don't know that I have a favorite Thanksgiving Day dessert.
One time we went to my mom's friends for Thanksgiving, and she made a pumpkin cheesecake that was incredible. Like one of the best things I've ever had in my life. That was also the time when we were playing like a family football game, and I told my mom not to play because I said, you're going to get hurt if you play. Something's going to happen. She's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. And I juked her, and she tore a ligament in her knee.
He says, while laughing. I'm guessing you might have even laughed that day. He can't even get to it.
I laughed that day. Yes.
How good was the move?
Like it was just like
but was it good?
Tore someone's knee.
I guess it's. But what? I'm not. I guess I am throwing shade. But was it a good move because it was against your mom, or was it just a good? Like, would it have been a good move?
I think you would be surprised. Like, there's this famous like flag football game that was brought up in PE. Where I juked someone and the person just was in front of me and they just fell down flat on their
like a
face.
fainting goat.
And then I did a hide step and everyone's going, oh!
Nobody knew Christopher Laud had the moves like this. How does your mom tell that story?
Huh?
How does your mom tell that story?
She said he told me not to do it. Like the thing was like I wasn't going to like knock her down or push her over or anything like that as well, because like it was just on the front lawn and it's just like just throwing the ball around, and it wasn't my best move, but
but I mean, you tore someone's ligament. It happened to be your mom. Oh my goodness! Like, is her day done that Thanksgiving day? Like, did she go? Like, what do you do then? Or
it was like well, then it's like because with stuff like that, it's she just knew that her knee hurt, but she didn't think anything was wrong.
The next day,
it was like the next week of just like this isn't going away. I got to go to the doctor. Like, oh, you tore a ligament in your knee.
What happened?
And I was nice enough. I took her to the doctor to get
so
surgery.
Sweet. Yeah. So
I believe I even took her to the movies afterwards.
To see The Oath.
Yes.
Yeah. The doctor was like, what happened? Well, we were playing football.
Football injury.
Football injury. My son had the move of the century and shook me. And yeah, I couldn't get past him. Or he couldn't. He went right past me. All right. Well, there you go. People are weighing in. Pecan pie is good, but I've never really been a dessert guy. Cannoli is my favorite, then pecan/pumpkin pie. You're making the cheesecake, you said this week, right? Or tomorrow?
I just talked with my cousin, and she said that they're actually baking tonight. So I might go over there tonight.
So there you go. The cheesecake will be made.
But she said if I need to get there in the morning and do that, she said it's perfectly fine.
Because you said your cousin that made or an aunt that made the pumpkin cheesecake?
No, that was my mom's best friend.
Okay. So I don't know that I've only feel like I've had cheesecake at a restaurant or like a store bought. Like homemade would be fun to try.
Yeah.
So
Maybe I'll save you a slice.
Gumbo for cheesecake.
Oh, I can make that trade.
All right, break time for us when we come back. All right, the Kings, they're in Minnesota tonight. They go to battle. No DeRozan. No Trey Lyles. And they add Crowder? What will that look like tonight? We discuss next.
Try on the move. Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm meteorologist Kelly Curran in the KCRA3 Weather Center. We are looking at mainly clear skies this morning with lows starting out in the low 40s. Afternoon highs today in the upper 50s with lots of sunshine. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA app.
I'm Coach Doug Christie, urging you to visit my friends at Folsom Lake Kia for massive Black Friday discounts on your next new or certified pre-owned Kia. Now through Monday, hurry to Folsom Lake Kia. FolsomLakeKia.com.
We have entered the holiday season, and this is truly a time to be thankful for what we have and grateful for who we have in our lives. And right now, we all have access to the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, and they are truly appreciative of you. Now, to show their support, the Overhead Door Company wants to show you their appreciation of how thankful they are for you and offer you $25 off your annual garage door service. That includes garage door service and repairs like garage door spring replacement, cable repair, new rollers, hinges, or just general service. Now, they are a terrific family-owned and operated company with third-generation owners that have been serving our area for over 70 years. That's commercial or residential, new doors or repairs to existing doors. So with quick and easy installs and friendly professionals, you get the best return on investment for homeowners. So go to their showroom and see for yourself. Check out their website. It's ohdsac.com or give them a call at 916-421-3747. The Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is expanding. I guess you could say the Super Shop is getting more superer. That means more for you, more apparel, more equipment, more shoes, more gift ideas, more of everything you want. If you're looking for the right gift for the golfer in your life, let the friendly team of Hagen Oaks experts help you find the perfect gift. From golf bags to golf balls, from golf pants to golf shirts, from rain gear to golf gloves, Hagen Oaks has it all. And much is on sale. Visit the Hagen Oaks Golf Superer Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80, or find us at hagenoaks.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your sunroof is closed first before driving through the car wash.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, no. Wait, whoa.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It's Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room. And guess what? Primetime football is back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. As always, offering the best food, the best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. So check them out, Capital Casino, and always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLE.
Giving that happens that feels like it's a big part. And I would say of all the things I have never, ever, 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 ever participated in is the day after is like one of the biggest shopping days of the year. I just have never done that.
When I was little, we did it a couple times. And then I got really sick one year and we kind of stopped doing it.
Yeah. I mean, to the point where people would like camp out. I remember that. That was the thing. Now things are a little different now because we get people to buy online. And
the one thing I remember, and it stuck in my head forever, it was Mervin's had a deal of like the first 200 people to walk in got like open. Signed miniature Joe Montana football.
And you had to be the one.
No, like we drove by it and there's like 800 people. It's like, oh, no, we're not getting this.
Yeah, but I mean, I just have never understood. I mean, I know some of the deals are great and that's awesome, but that's been a tradition for a lot of people. One of those questions, how many people go shopping on Black Friday? Over 32 million people. That's according to
the thing
numbers.
I don't like is like the Thanksgiving shopping.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the big stores, maybe they're pushing back on that. No, but I remember like I've had a couple of cousins being like, oh, I can't come because I got to be at work at 6 o'clock. And it's just like, why are you ruining people's days for that?
Yeah, I know. Let's see. MC has said working at Toys R Us on Black Friday, 5 out of 5 would not recommend. Let's see. What else do we had here? I wanted to bring up.
Aaron.
That's what I was saying. My wife is making a pumpkin chocolate cheesecake.
Oh, I'd be all about that.
There we go. That sounds good. Tonight, the Kings are in Minnesota taking on the Timberwolves. Two teams struggling a bit. Minnesota really is struggling. So are the Kings. But the news is worse for Sacramento. Trey Lyles out 3 to 4 weeks with a calf strain. DeMar DeRozan is out tonight. So what will this look like for the Kings? What could the starting lineup be? If we look back at the Kings last time they didn't have DeRozan, was the game before the Clippers. So let's pull that up here. That's the Hawks game. I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I forgot they didn't have Sabonis as well. That's right. So they started Trey Lyles, Keegan Murray, Alex Len, De'Aaron Fox, and Kevin Huerter. So obviously there's no Lyles available to fill in for DeRozan. Sabonis will be there. We know Murray and Fox. Those are locks. I believe Keon will stay in the starting lineup, and I wouldn't be entirely surprised if Huerter goes back in. That'd be kind of small. They could do, if I'm not mistaken, let me check the Minnesota game, which was before that, because that's the game that Fox scored 60. And I think in that one, the last time they played Minnesota, I'm referring to, 130 to 126, went overtime. And yeah, they didn't have Sabonis. They didn't have DeRozan. It was Sabonis, Murray, Len. So they started two bigs because of Gobert and Randall. Yeah, I don't know what the Kings might do. So that's a possibility too. We might see a Sabonis, Alex Len starting lineup. Could Isaac Jones start? Will Huerter get back in the starting lineup? They're replacing a couple of guys that are definitely in the rotation, certainly in DeRozan as a starter and a critical piece to the team. Trey Lyles has been up and down off the bench or as a starter. But knowing that he's going to be out 3 to 4 weeks, and then according to all reports yesterday from Shams First and others that the Kings are going to sign veteran Jae Crowder, 13-year guy. He's bounced around the league a lot. He's definitely been on a lot of winning teams. When the Kings were talking about small forwards to add, I mean, that's a guy that's been around the league and has been kind of proven. I personally feel like his game has dropped off over the last couple of years, and there's probably a reason why he was still available. But you're in a little bit of a desperate time, one, for bodies that are out, two, for a bench that's underperformed. So while you wait for one more piece to come back in Devin Carter, still wonder where he's going to fit in. I mean, it's already kind of a crowded backcourt situation. Feels like they need a little bit more in the front court. But what I do think we're going to see, and in chaos creates opportunities. And I think right now this is going to be a fantastic potential opportunity for a guy like Isaac Jones. I think there's something there. I think the size, his just overall frame, his body, what is he, 6'9", 245. He is something this team could use. He's physical. He rebounds aggressively. I don't think he needs a lot of volume touches. Can play inside. Outside needs a little work, but I could see him filling a void if he does it right, if he's utilized right. So with the Lyles absence, whether or not Trey was going to be filling as a starter or even as a backup, Isaac Jones is going to get an opportunity to play some minutes either with Sabonis or behind Sabonis. And this is where you see what you've got. And if we look at the past, when people were given opportunity and continue to develop, I think Keon Ellis is a fantastic example of that, where the Kings had him as a two-way. Let's just kind of see what you've got. He continues. It looks like he can defend a little bit, but how much do you use him? Then you start playing him a little bit more. Hey, maybe we'll play this guy even a little bit more. Eventually gets off a two-way contract. Last year, he was starting the back half of the season. Or not the back half. After the injury to Malik Monk and others and Kevin Huerter, he was in there, and he did quite well. And now he's part of the mix, part of the rotation in last game before injuries was put in as a starter. So that kind of example is what can happen for a guy like Isaac Jones. So he's going to be given an opportunity here, I believe, to make an impact. We're now going to have to see more from McDermott, from Crowder now if he's introduced to this team, Jordan McLaughlin, and anyone else, Colby Jones, whoever. If Huerter gets put back in the lineup as another opportunity here, all these guys have to step up, have to play better. And all the things that we've been talking about over the last couple of days prior to these injuries, the things that have been going wrong, defending the three, making the three, turnovers, bad fourth quarters. They can't just watch De'Aaron Fox. They need more players on the list of people playing well. So this is going to be yet another test this early in the season, at least one specifically without DeRozan tonight. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few more games. Who knows, that back has bothered him now. I mean, this is when people always say, oh, backs are tricky. Here we are. DeRozan came off a game. What did he score the other game? 30? And now more back tightness, and he's out. Could be precautionary. You want him to get it right, but it's obviously not right. I don't even think he looked, believe it or not, by scoring 30, I don't even think that he was as smooth as he normally is. And with the Trey Lyles injury to what has already been a disappointing and thin bench, that's going to make it that much more difficult. You're playing a bigger team tonight in Minnesota, like we said, that can feature Gobert and Jaden McDaniels, who's a long perimeter defender, Julius Randle, Naz Reid. It's a big team. And so a lot is going to be asked of Sabonis, and whether that's Len, whether that's Jones, whether we see Robinson, some other guys, there are opportunities that are going to happen now based on these injuries. All right, when we come back, we will kind of get into a little bit more about this specific matchup tonight. Kings and T-Wolves Part 3. The first two are really good games, but we'll discuss some of the matchups and some of the other things to look forward to tonight. That when we come back on Sacktown Sports.
Plays here.
He finds Sabonis. Put the frosting on the cake. Put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand flush makes it 114-106.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat. Bring out all the flavors of the upcoming holidays with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. Napoleon grills have features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last, complete with a lifetime warranty. All made with premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Just because it's November does not mean we can't barbecue outside. Visit California Backyard now for your best selection of grills and Napoleon Grills accessories.
Insurance companies perform a very valuable service, but they want to keep their money. Although most cases settle before trial, it is paramount that the insurance companies know that if pressed, your legal team has the experience to take your case all the way. For 25 years, Ashton & Price has earned the reputation that if the insurance company isn't fair, we're ready to force them to be fair. My mom used to warn me, wait till dad gets home. Think of us as dad. The best part, there's no fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right, sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
The holidays are always a great time to get together with family and friends, but nothing beats the thrill of Stockton Honda's deals. During Happy Honda Days, find the perfect ride in person or online. With over 400 new Hondas ready to go, now is the time to buy at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company sold on report.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? Sunpoint Public Adjusters can help. Sunpoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call Sunpoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. Sunpoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Fall is here, and as winter approaches, your health and comfort are our top priority at Advanced Infusion Center. Whether you're managing a chronic condition or looking for IV therapy, our personalized treatments are designed just for you. Our dedicated team ensures your care is safe, comfortable, and supportive every step of the way. With locations in Sacramento and Yuba and flexible scheduling options, getting the care you need has never been easier. Discover compassionate care at Advanced Infusion Therapy today. Visit us at advancedinfusion.com for care close to home.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
All right, before we get into the Kings, they're in Minnesota tonight. Also in Minnesota now, Daniel Jones signs with the Vikings. Some breaking news there.
Bet Chris Watkins is all over this.
Loves that. Wow. Chris, continuing our Thanksgiving trivia. How many calls does the Butterball Turkey Talk line get each year?
So, what was it? 40 million turkeys?
Yeah.
So I will say 10 million. No. 600,000.
There you go. Better guess. Yeah, 100,000.
Oh.
100,000.
Hey, people know what they're doing.
I guess. I'm still surprised that many people call it the Butterball Turkey Talk line. But they do.
How can I help you with your Butterball?
Gobble, gobble. Sam Amick joining us here in about 15 minutes. Sean Salisbury following him. Katie Christensen at 9. Plenty for us to discuss today. Kings, T-Wolves tonight. Part 3. These two games have been great. And looking back at them, want to play some of the highlights too, because the last time they played, truly one of the best things we've seen this year and one of the best we've ever seen, and literally the most points ever scored by anybody in a Kings uniform. It was a big, big day for Fox.
Fox now gets elbowed by McDaniels. Sabonis levels him with a screen. Fox, 3! Nails the triple. A career high, 46 points for De'Aaron Fox. Kings within one at 100-99.
And he was just
Here's
getting going.
Fox, pull up. Add 2 more to the tally for Fox, just above the free throw line. He has 52 points, which is the 3rd best scoring effort in Sacramento Kings history by a Kings player. Fox wearing the familiar number 5, creeping forward in the right wing. Crosses to the right, steps back, launches the 3. He's got the triple. De'Aaron Fox has become the greatest scorer in Sacramento Kings history. He has 57 points, and the Kings lead 118-115. Keegan Murray near sideline puts the ball in play to Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis dribble handoff to Fox. Drives it to the left elbow, retreats to three-point range. Anthony Edwards stalking him. De'Aaron's down to 4. Fires for 3. He's got a 60-point ball game. It's the most points any player has scored this season in the NBA. It's 126-126 as Fox delivers. A minute 6 to go.
Now, the problem with that, the Kings lost in overtime, 130-126, outscored 15-11. Fox was truly amazing. His final stat line in that last matchup with the T-Wolves, 22 of 35, 6 of 10 from 3, missed 1 free throw, 10 of 11, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, 1 block, 60 franchise record points for De'Aaron Fox. And look, 60 is incredible no matter how you do it, when you do it, where you do it. But Minnesota's a very good defensive team, and it's a team filled with one of the great interior defenders the league has seen in Rudy Gobert. They've got long, lengthy perimeter defenders, McDaniels and Ant and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, just a lot of different people they were able to throw at De'Aaron Fox. It just didn't matter because De'Aaron got loose and had one of those all-time games, right? And looking back at the two matchups between these two teams, the T-Wolves won the first game, also very close. They won by 2 to open up the year. But some of the differences in these matchups, what's done the Kings in is obviously the inability to slow down Anthony Edwards, which joined the list, and Julius Randle. Randle went for 33 and 26 in the 2 games, and Ant's gone for 32 and 36. So he's averaging 34 a game against the Kings. But the biggest issue has been, even in these close games that could have gone the other way, has been the season-long trend for the Sacramento Kings, stopping the 3 and making the 3. In the 2 matchups with Minnesota, the 2 losses this year, by, like I said, 4 points in regulation and 4 points in overtime. Each game, the Minnesota Timberwolves hit 20 threes. So they've had 20 in both games. It's a huge weapon. They're getting 60 points from beyond the arc. The Kings made 11 in the first matchup, 12 in the second. So when you're getting outscored beyond the arc by 8 more threes or 9, that's either 24 or 27 points you have to make up. And that's too much. And it almost didn't matter because obviously they lost in overtime and by 4 points, by 2 points, the first time. It was right there. And this is just an area of the team that hasn't improved much. There was the 4-game stretch where the Kings were playing better, that they all of a sudden, over 4 games, were number 1 in three-point shooting. Prior to that, they were dead last. And so that combo is a lethal combo against the Kings, not making them and not stopping them. So Minnesota did play last night. They did lose in overtime in a cup game to Houston that was on their home floor. But here's Minnesota as of late. This is what their last 8 games have looked like. They lost at home to the Heat by 1. They had that scheduling potting thing where, you go to an area and you maybe play teams twice. Well, they went to Portland, a team they were favored to beat. They had beaten prior to that by 25 points before that Heat game. So then you have the Heat game, they lose by 1. They go to Portland, they lose by 14, and they lose by 8. So that was 3 straight losses. They come here to Sacramento, and they win by 4, even though they gave up the 60 points to De'Aaron Fox. Then they go to host Phoenix. They beat the Suns. And since that game, so now they've lost 3 of 5. They go to Toronto and lose by 5. That was a bad loss in Toronto. They play great in Boston, but lose by 2. And then they come back home last night and lose to the Rockets. So it's the second straight time they're on a 3-game losing streak and playing the Sacramento Kings. This team is 8-9. Minnesota is a good team that I still think now is adjusting to not having Karl Anthony Towns, welcome in Julius Randle, and also adding Dante DiVincenzo. The game yesterday, they started DiVincenzo because Conley's been out. I think it's about 2 or 3 games with a toe injury for Conley. And now we're finally seeing rookie Rob Dillingham, who had 12 points, 7 assists, and 5 boards yesterday in 24 minutes. And he's a nice pick for them. So between Naz Reid off the bench, their regular starters, Randall, DiVincenzo now, Edwards, the Kings defense, and like I said in our last segment, the Kings lineup will be critical today. What will Mike Brown's approach be without DeRozan, without Trey Lyles? Who will he be looking at to complement the starters of Fox, Sabonis, Keegan Murray that we know for sure? And I gotta believe Keon Ellis will start again. So do they go bigger and go Len? Does does Isaac Jones get a look? Do they go back to Herter and play a little smaller? These are all decisions that, we'll check in with Katie on that when she joins us from Minnesota at 9. But right now for Sacramento, I don't know if getting away from home is going to be better for them. Sometimes around the holidays in the NBA, which, that's the reality these guys are in, is the games go on, and whether you're home or away. But, Minnesota's going to have a few more things to think about being at home. Or the Kings, basically, you're on the road. It's just basketball. And I don't know if they lock in, focus, play better, but they have been a better road team. And I don't have an answer for that, but it's just kind of been factual. I like the way they play on the road. I want them to be great at home. That just hasn't happened for this team at all. And it's been one of the big, big disappointments so far this season. So Minnesota losing 6 of their last 8. The Kings losing their last 4. 2 teams that I think a lot of people, myself included, expected to be in the mix in the West and still can be. But right now, again, we do this a lot. If the playoffs started today, both these teams would be lottery teams. That's not expected. They're not far from it. Minnesota begins play today a game and a half out of the 10th spot. The Kings begin today 2 out of the 10th spot. The problem for the Kings, they're 1 out of the 13th spot. There's a little wiggle room to get to 14 and 15. But it's sliding a little bit. And again, they know that can be redirected this week. The rest of the week, you got a road game tonight in Minnesota. You go to Portland. The Kings are flying to Portland tonight, so they'll spend all of Thanksgiving Day in Portland tomorrow and before playing the Blazers on Friday, and then come back home for San Antonio on Sunday. The league doesn't stop. It doesn't slow down. The Kings have played a lot of games. So has the rest of the league. And so they don't wait for you to figure it out. They don't wait for you to get healthy. That's what I said yesterday and I have said before. If things go right, this team could have a great year. They're not going right now. They've got some injuries, but it's not an excuse. They've also had poor play. This is on them. This is on the coaching staff. This is on the players. This is on roster construction. And when it goes well, it's on the players. It's on the coaches. They get the praise. The roster construction, all that. Right now, it's not. And so you see more of the flaws. You see more of the disappointments. You see more of the things that are concerning until they're not. But right now, they are. We're going to talk more about the NBA league-wide. Certainly, Sam Amick, normally on Thursdays, but we'll be spending Thanksgiving off tomorrow and Friday. So Sam Amick will join us for a segment. He's coming your way next.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10-5. Touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi. Golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime forcing, layoffs on the line. Call Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour split into 6 teams. Learn more at TGLGolf.com and tune into the inaugural season beginning January 7th. Keep up. It's golf.
Time to work on your gift list with Black Friday deals at the Home Depot. Right now, get a select tool from top brands like Ryobi and Milwaukee for free when you buy a select battery kit. Choose from reciprocating saws, multi-tools, sanders, and more. Whether you're stocking up on power for your personal workshop or grabbing the perfect gift for someone else's. Get Black Friday tool deals delivered from the Home Depot. Limit 1 per transaction. Exclusions apply. Full eligible tool list in-store and online.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm meteorologist Kelly Curran in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. We are looking at mainly clear skies this morning with lows starting out in the low 40s. Afternoon highs today in the upper 50s with lots of sunshine. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA app.
When it's cold and rainy outside, Bonnie is leading the way home. Right now, stay warm and cozy with a full furnace tune-up, just $59. Plumbing, sewer, electrical, heating, and air. Schedule an appointment today at Bonnie.com.
Old Spice Swagger Holiday Pack, perfect for a gift to treat yourself. 24/7 holiday freshness with daily use can smell your bestest. I'm gonna be smelling great all season. Old Spice scents just can't be beaten. Chock full of value, saving that green. Got the essentials needed to feel clean. Deodorant, hair, body wash, and spray. Celebrate your holiday the Old Spice way. Ho, 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 ho.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Get year-end pricing during Happy Holidays at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on our entire selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline, Civics, and Accords. Plus, with low finance and lease options, now's the time to buy. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Shop Dell Technologies Black Friday event for their lowest prices of the year. The future is on sale today with limited time deals on select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. Black Friday is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade, but it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can easily find coverage options that fit your budget. If only it was that easy to name your baby.
How about Jaden?
Nope.
Okay. Michael?
Went to middle school with a glue-eating Michael.
Sebastian?
Dated one in college.
How about Damien?
Vampire name.
All right. Greg?
Not feeling it.
Okay. No worries. No worries. Jeffrey?
Oh, love that one.
Wait, really?
No.
Find coverage options that fit your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law, not available in all states.
Black Friday has officially landed at Fasteners Inc. Sacramento. The best deals of the year on power tools are happening now from November 25th through December 2nd. Get low-price Makita Bear tools starting at just $89. Makita batteries starting at only $49, and so much more. Don't miss out on your chance to grab the hottest power tool deals of the year. But hurry, these deals won't last forever. Visit us in person at 6701 Power Inn Road or shop online anytime at fastenersinc.net. Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Better tools, better prices.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through the week. Your week. So right now, I need every single listener on their feet. Callers, texters, YouTubers. Make some noise for Sacramento's favorite sports morning show. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and the man behind the glass, Chris Burlon.
Get it going fresh. Thank you to Scott for a shower, getting us going halfway through the week. But it really feels like this is our Friday, everybody. Even though everyone goes, oh, what are you getting out of town for Thanksgiving? And then which I signed up for this, totally fine for it. Kings tonight, Kings Friday, Kings Sunday. But
one of my pet peeves, and I know it's on me. It's just my problem. It's not anybody else's
Yeah.
problem. But when someone's like, "Oh, it's my Friday,"
Yeah.
and it's like a Tuesday, I'm like, okay,
Yeah. What does that mean to me? Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Well, it's my Friday. Okay, it's Wednesday to me. So.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy. Sam Amick will be joining us here shortly. As normally we have Sam on Thursdays, but he has agreed to join us today on a quick check-in, courtesy of Jiffy Lube. We also have Sean Salisbury coming up in a few moments as well. Still have 4 Down territory. We'll have some fun at the end of the show with Alan Stiles, a little crosstalk, little celebrity birthdays. We'll kind of do a bigger one there because we got a couple days off. We got some good birthdays over the next few days that we'll be checking in. So Kings basketball is tonight. It is the Kings and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And tonight we'll have that game. Obviously, the G-Man on the call. We'll have game day, and we'll have Kings Live pregame. I'll be here with Henry Turner for that. And just want to see if the Kings can get back on track because this team has played better, certainly than they're showing right now. It's been a disappointing stretch here. And the difference of the slippage, right? You go from 5th to 12th with a couple of bad days, and that's the reality the Kings are in right now. And when you're losing like this, you can't seem to find the positives. I mean, there are positives in there, but everything feels like it's all snowballing right now. It's all a situation where you have one, expectations, a standard, a level of play that you believe this team can do. And if that continues for a longer period of time, you've either completely miscalculated your talent, which could be the case. You're not getting the most out of your talent, which could be the case. Or your players are underachieving, which also could be the case. So I guess as a observer of the Kings, whether you're a fan or you watch or you're just check out the league or you just kind of follow them in general, however it may be, what would be your belief watching this roster? Is it not enough? Is it enough that they're not getting something enough out of? Do they need more? Do they need to shake it up? You know, those are the kind of things. The one that always gets me is, and they're not, I am not hearing this as much now, but this was always a term I would hear before. Like, they need to blow it up. I always laugh at that in the sense of what I think that means different things to different people. Does that mean a head coach? Does that mean a front office? Does that mean all of it? Players, everything. It's like, to me, that's kind of like the more drastic. Blowing it up is changing everything. But they're not there. They don't have to think about that now, but see what happens. But when you've lost 4 in a row, makes you question everything. But we'll ask some of these questions to our next guest. And that is the lovely and talented Sam Amick from The Athletic, brought to you by our friends from Jiffy Lube. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Jay. Good to be with you, sir.
Happy early Thanksgiving. What are the Amick plans for Thanksgiving this year?
I'm in town, so that part I'm happy about. We will be doing the low-key. Oh, doggy says hello.
Hello.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, going over to some family, having some family up, low-key, but should be nice. How about you guys?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, as we're in the same boat, can't get too far with the NBA games going on tonight and on Friday and all that. But family in town too, so yeah, won't be too far. Are you a how much do you participate in the cooking of Thanksgiving?
Well, my wife just closed the door. I'm glad she's not going to hear this part. I pretty much none. I'm a good tester.
Yes.
Quality control participant. So we all have our roles, Jay. You know what I mean?
Someone's got to make sure the food is right for everyone else.
Right. If you need, if you have doubts, come my way. If you want to flex and tell me how amazing it is and make sure that's the case, come my way. I'm looking for it. Yeah.
Yeah. You give them validation.
Yeah.
I think some people right now, Sam, have some doubts about the Sacramento Kings. Obviously, they're going through a rough patch. They've lost 4 in a row. They've got some injuries now to make it a little bit worse. You've been at some of these games, and you've probably seen some of the better versions of the Kings this year and some of the worst versions. Kind of always like to check in you on the state of the Kings. That losing skid has dropped them from 5th to 12th. What are your current thoughts on where the Kings are as we stand today?
Yeah, it's not great. I have been at their, the last couple of games, Brooklyn and OKC. This team had fairly significant expectations, and dropping 4 in a row in the way they have. I mean, some close games, some not very close. I don't know where you want to begin, but it's not good. And it's in a West where, we're seeing some separation here. There's still a lot of parity, but we are seeing some separation in terms of, who's proving to be who we thought they were versus who was not. They've lost kind of their fastball in the last week or 10 days, because even the losses they were taking early, I thought, they were more competitive, and you could kind of see who they were at their best more in those games. This is a malaise, and you hear Malik Monk talk about the need to have a team meeting of some sort. Maybe that happens tonight before the Minnesota game, but the vibe does not seem to be too great.
Yeah, now with injuries here, Trey Lyles will be reevaluated in 3 to 4 weeks, and he's really never gotten his season fully going. DeMar DeRozan had a big game the other night, but came in wearing a heating pad around his back, and it looks like he's going to be out at least tonight as well, and he's missed a couple games. And then just overall underperforming with some other guys, some rumors about Jae Crowder coming in, maybe being added to the mix. While they go through these injuries, and the bench has been so disappointing, Sam, I don't know where the immediate recovery is for these guys ahead.
No, I mean, it's got to be their core 4 and really 5 when you put Keegan in there. The injuries are tough because the hole might get bigger with these sort of nagging things kind of dragging them down. But up until the past couple of games, I think the feeling internally was that, De'Aaron obviously has played at a very high level. The OKC game was not a great game for him, but, De'Aaron and DeMar, those guys are doing their thing, and Sabonis as well. And that everybody else had to be better. And that's, that includes Herter, that includes Monk, all the way down the line. I think there is frustration with, that second wave once you get past the core.
Yeah, and then, I don't know if it's official. I've seen reports yesterday about Jae Crowder, but, he's been a veteran. There's probably a reason he was available. I don't know if even an addition like that could provide much of a spark at all for the Kings.
Yeah, to me, it's funny. I saw a list that Mark Stein had actually put together of like the best available guys that were unemployed right now. And Jay was number 1 when it comes to forwards. And I just found myself going, all right, so conceivably they're getting the best of that lot. But I mean, he's a few years removed from really playing impact basketball. So, I don't feel like that's going to come in and be a game changer for them. It does pose a tricky landscape and a tricky question because, and I heard you kind of hinting at it before I jumped on, is like, their best solution is kind of to find a way for this group to just make it work, because everywhere you turn, player, coach, executive, I don't see, any sort of rash decision that puts you down a brighter path. It really, sounds corny, but it does have to start from within.
Yeah, I agree. And I think there are pieces there to do it, but while they're in this rut, and it's a tough one to, like, I don't know when you're watching them, what do you think is missing? Because I haven't been able to put my entire finger on it, but just you see things. But what do you think when you watch them? What's not clicking?
I mean, the defense is, I don't know where they rank right now, but giving up whatever the final number was to OKC, the rim resistance or lack thereof continues to be an issue. But and De'Aaron's defending at a high level on the wing, but that's not the case across the board. I don't know. It's the same stuff that has plagued them for the last little while. The difference is, in those opening weeks, DeMar played so well that you kind of felt like this was a new, kind of spice that they had added to the mix. And it seemed to work. We had that analysis a couple of weeks ago, Jay, kind of nitpicking about, well, they're not shooting as many threes and what's the impact that, but no, like stop. Like DeMar was playing really well. The offense was good. It wasn't where they wanted it to be, but that didn't have the red flags that this has, because now you have, again, the injuries have played a part, but now you have like it's not a matter of the wheels having fallen all the way off, but identity wise and spirit wise, it feels like they've gotten a whole lot farther away from who they want to be.
Yeah, and I don't fault Mike Brown for this, but even, when you get to this spot, it's almost 20 games now, and he did change the starting lineup the other day, and that felt like out of necessity in a sense. They weren't getting production out of Herter, so let's try Keon Ellis. And I understood the move, but like when you're doing that, now you've paired that with some injuries, it does really feel like they're kind of scuffling along right now.
Yeah, it does. And we're looking here at, what is it, November 27th. And the other thing is, like, I know I keep saying the same thing, like, you better figure it out internally, because the truth about the trade market is it doesn't really kick up until December 15th, when the vast majority of contracts within the NBA become eligible to be traded, and teams are going to wait at minimum until that date to start really, really talking about things that could help their teams. So this is, it's not good, because it's too early for them to be falling behind. Now I don't have the standings in front of me. This is an NBA where, the Bucks can get off to an incredibly terrible start and then be right back in the mix with a 5-game winning streak, things of that nature. So, I mean, they have plenty of time, and they haven't even fallen behind, nearly as much as a team like that. But they got to figure it out.
Yeah, they're in the wrong conference. I mean, I think the other day, let me look at it right now. Yeah, they'd be in 7th in the East, and here they are in 12th and almost in 13th.
Right.
In the West. And kind of to your point, Sam, yeah, there's maybe that trade market's not available for a few more weeks, but do you anticipate, I guess, if they're kind of in this same cycle that they're currently in right now, this doesn't seem like a team that, I'm with you, I think their best answer is within, but if they could get a little jolt there, don't you think they would be more aggressive leaning towards a type of trade if that was available to them?
Yeah, no question. And those discussions internally are already happening. The maybe a few kind of exploratory phone calls here and there. That stuff is constant, is an ongoing process, and different names being considered. But again, that's a long ways off.
Yeah, for sure. So what other observations do you have this early in the season? Surprises, disappointments? Obviously, Philly's been a major disappointment, but just some general thoughts on the league where we are near 20 games in.
I mean, this is recency bias, but as far as, what I've been focused on, I mean, it's a good one because it's a national story, but wrote a piece today about the Cavs and about, it was a fun one to put together because it was inside this meeting between Kenny Atkinson and Donovan Mitchell back in late June that had not really been reported on. And that the more I talked to Donovan last week in Boston when they were in town to play the Celtics, and it was the day that they took their first loss after, starting 15-0, talked to Kenny Atkinson, their first year coach, and basically, unpacked how in late June, they, like the Kings, they were this team that had all kinds of issues they had to get through, but they hit the summertime and you had Darius Garland, some chatter about him possibly wanting to be traded and not liking the fit within this group. You had Evan Mobley going the wrong way as a young prospect. They made the coaching change after things with JB Bickerstaff were challenging, for a lot of the season. And so Donovan Mitchell and Kenny Atkinson sit down at this hotel outside of LA in Thousand Oaks. Donovan was out there for his kids' camp. And what I thought was so interesting about learning about the meeting was you had this 5-time All-Star, who is now really sitting down with his new coach for the first time. And he's days away from making a decision on a contract extension. And if he doesn't sign that extension, then the phones are going to ring off the hook and Donovan probably gets traded going into this season. So the onus was on Kenny to paint a picture for him of why, his Cavs life under Kenny was going to be better than it was under JB Bickerstaff. And the part that I loved as a writer who loves details was that I said to Donovan, like, okay, Kenny's a smart guy. Did he come with iPads and PowerPoints and ready to kind of wine and dine you and show you from a high-tech sort of, purview what he wants to do? And he's like, bro, he was grabbing the salt and pepper shakers on the table and just using them as pawns and X's and O's. And he's like, but it was awesome. He's like, it's the kind of thing I've done my whole life with my family, like drawing on a napkin. And Kenny's saying, well, Evan's going to go here, and then the rifle action will take him there, and we're going to have all kinds of cutting. And he just, they connected as basketball minds. And next thing you know, a couple of days later, Donovan was signing the extension, and it's crazy because now you got this team that is 17-1. And not only that, if you look at their cap sheet, they are, better positioned than arguably anybody in the NBA from a contract standpoint to compete at this level without having to make any significant decisions for the next, basically 4 years.
I love that in this day and age of all that technology. It was as simple as right on the table, moving salt, pepper, and all that around, and everybody got it. That's really cool. So that came out today, your piece today?
Yep, that was this morning.
Nice. Well, we encourage everybody to check out all of Sam's work all the time at The Athletic. I know we moved days here today, Sam. We appreciate it. We'll regroup again next Thursday. I hope you and your family have a great Thanksgiving, and thanks for jumping on today, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Jay. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. That is Sam Amick from The Athletic, brought to you by our friends at Jiffy Lube. We break. We come back. We've got Sean Salisbury joining us next.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the three. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
This holiday season, spread cheer by donating to a child in need and enjoy $20 off your next Toyota service. Now through December 10th, bring an unwrapped toy to a participating Toyota service center and support the California Highway Patrol's Toy Drive. Chips for kids. Give joy, get joy, and celebrate the season of giving exclusively at participating Toyota service centers. Toyota, let's go places. Toyota and Scion owners only. Toy value must be at least $10. Some restrictions apply. See a participating dealer for details.
Ready to make this Christmas unforgettable? Shop early and save at Prestigio Jewelers' biggest Black November sale ever. For over 30 years, Prestigio Jewelers has offered in-house financing and fine jewelry. Guaranteed credit approval between $400 and $10,000 with no money down options. Prestigio Jewelers, the perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. With locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno, or online at prestigiojewelers.com.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sacktown Sports.
All right, our thanks again to Sam Amick for joining us. Still to come, Katie Christensen in about 40 minutes or so. But right now, let's check in with our resident QB, Sean Salisbury, joining us here on the show. Jason Ross here with you. Dave is off today. Sean, how are you?
I'm doing great. Happy Thanksgiving. I just want to send you my best, man. I know that I had seen it on social media, but I didn't feel like that was the place to talk to you. I feel like this was, and for those of us who've been in the situation you're in, it never gets easy, brother, but smiling down on you. I'm really sorry for your loss. And I know holidays will be a little bit different, but I'm praying for you, and I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I appreciate that, Sean. Thank you very much. That means a lot. I really, really do appreciate that.
No problem, brother. Well, I get it. So hang in there.
Yeah, thank you. We'll do. Well, before we get football-wise, we were trying to remember last year. I remember, obviously, this show, we were talking to you about Thanksgiving. You had a dish that you made, and we could not remember what it was. What's the Salisbury special that you've got going?
Well, I think probably, everybody does the same stuff, but I couple of them. One, and I don't want to pat myself on the back because I'm not real good at much, but a mean jalapeno cream corn, which is you add brown sugar, but also enough jalapeno. So I like the spicy, but when you got a bunch of people at the table, they may not like it as much. So you add enough where there's enough spice, and you can keep your own jalapenos on the side, and some brown sugar in the recipe. Anytime you guys want to, be happy to share. I'm not selfish. So that's one. And I also do a different, it's a four cheese green bean casserole.
Okay.
That is, it's a little different too. And I know everybody makes a green bean casserole, but there's some different. I don't want to bore you with all the details. So those are the two, but the jalapeno cream corn that's got a little sweet to it, but enough kick to liven you up, depending on who's sitting at your table and what they like. I will put it up against anybody's. And like I said, I don't know how to do much, but I can cook a little bit. And those are two dishes that people come to sit at the table for, and it's off the charts. So it's my favorite holiday because there's no complaining.
Yep.
Everybody just wants to eat and have some drinks and sit around and watch football and sleep and watch football and eat some more. And when everybody talks about, politics, how do you prevent it? I got a great idea. Don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's
don't
easy.
Let it ruin you.
Yeah.
When people say, how do you fix it? Well, don't be the one who brings them up.
Right.
No matter how much you drink, go to bed. If you're going to bring up politics, leave it alone and enjoy your family. Priceless. So yeah, man, one of these days I'll send you and let you guys try it if you like jalapeno cream corn and green bean casserole with 4 different cheeses. So enjoy it. There's my Thanksgiving speech, brother. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, actually, at the end, I am going to put you on hold because I know, Chris, we do want the recipe, especially for that jalapeno cream corn.
There you go. You got it.
And to that other point, because there's going to be someone that goes, well, I don't want to get political, but, well, no, stop right there. Just stop. You don't have to go anymore. Just enjoy enjoy the football.
It's like the person who says, well, I don't want to, no disrespect. Well, when they say that, that disrespect's coming.
Yep.
So I got a great idea. Just don't bring it up.
Right.
Save it for another day. You do not need to do that. I'm with you. That solves all those stupid ass problems that we don't need to deal with. And then you can actually enjoy each other's company and not hate somebody for a few minutes. Nor will I ever hate anybody over their politics anyway.
Right.
It's not worth it to me. Family's too important, and so are friends. So there you go.
Well said. Sean, I want to hit you up with at least today's newest news. That's Daniel Jones just never worked quite right for the Giants. Goes to the Vikings. He'll be a backup there, but why didn't it work? Does he not have enough game to be a pro starting quarterback?
Well, no, I think he does. We've seen, the year that got him his contract, he played great football that year. There's combinations. One is that's a dysfunctional franchise, no doubt about it. Dysfunctional franchise, as right now the Jets and Giants both are. That one season you thought, well, Dayball and Mike Kafka, they got him going on, man. Things are great. And for whatever reason, maybe New York, the stage gets a little bit too pressure filled. There's guys that have been great that go there that aren't the same. Daniel Jones is a good football player with a lot of experience. He hasn't lived up to what people thought, well, he's a top 10 draft pick. Well, we see that a lot. He can play. And I think the reason why, there's plenty in the tank. Now, are you asking, not you, but are people thinking, well, is he going to be a superstar? Maybe not, and probably not. But is he sufficient enough to be a starting quarterback in the league? I believe he is. And I think it's two-pronged for Minnesota. One is Sam's played well. And speaking of guys from New York and the Jets guy who's rejuvenated his career, sometimes a different venue, different feel, different teammates, better team, better protection. You go to a team and you find yourself a little different. You're thinking different. And man, somebody believes in you or you believe in them. There's a lot of different factors. This the position is so fragile. I'm not telling you anything, Jason, you don't know, but people, it's fragile. And in a good way, it can be, man, boom, look at him now. And look what Sam's done with Kevin O'Connell. And then it can be fragile. Things just don't work. With that being said, it's two-pronged for Minnesota. One is you're giving yourself backup experience with a guy who's played a lot of games, been in a playoff game, but played a lot of football that you can also build some packages for. He's got great speed, and he's got some game. So you can do that. Sam's just got to make sure that if he throws a pick, he's not over there wondering, well, am I getting benched? Because he's not. But that's the one part of it, is you give yourself depth for a playoff team this year in Minnesota, just in case something were to happen. And secondly is Sam's going to be starting quarterback somewhere else next year. McCarthy will get healthy after his injury. And now you've brought in a veteran quarterback that Kevin O'Connell knows offense. They've got good players. There's no dysfunction going on there. So you waltz into Minnesota, you know that you're more than likely, depending on McCarthy, got a chance for Minnesota to cover themselves with a starter, depending on J.J. McCarthy, because you're not doing anything with him. He's your future. And then Sam Darnold, you've protected yourself that when he does leave, nowadays $25 million a year for a quarterback is par for the course. Sam's going to go get 3-4 years from somebody. So now you've got Daniel Jones as a security blanket who can start. And depending on how well and healthy and ready J.J. McCarthy is, you've covered yourself. So I actually think it's a brilliant move by Minnesota. And all the flack that Daniel Jones took for that press conference that made it sound like he was retiring or quitting football, they cut him, meaning they let him go, waived him so he could go get picked up by another team and sign. And he did. And now, I mean, he got out. He got out of dysfunction. He's going to get a playoff check. So, hey, I think it's a wise move by Minnesota, and it gets him out of some toxic stuff that's going on there. And they may not even have their same coaching staff in New York next year. So you're in Minnesota, you protect yourself depth-wise this year, and you give yourself a guy for Sam Darnold who's going to leave and go be a starter, because he's not going to be the long-term starter in Minnesota because, well, J.J. McCarthy is why you drafted him that high in the draft. So I think it's a smart move by Minnesota.
Sean, I want to ask you about the 49ers. When you're a proven franchise, a roster that feels like it could get back to the Super Bowl, but right now completely underachieving, what's that team going through now, and what's the fix to see if they can get in the postseason?
About 5 straight wins will help, right, my man? That would help. Whether you're going to find that or not right now, I don't know. This surprises me. Now, I don't know if I thought they were going to be a 14-win team this year. And I understand we all get injured. That we've seen it here in Houston. We see it all over the league, right? Injuries to people. And while we can make it an excuse, I would doubt the 49ers are going to. We can't let that be the reason why you don't have success. It just can't be. That comes into, you better draft depth. You better have players that can step up. When Kittle's down, you somebody else. Now, it's easier said than done because it's obvious that there's a reason why that the great players are starters and the other guys, as Trent Williams starts and the left tackle doesn't because, well, he's a better player. But whether it's development, whether it's scaling down what you do for guys that are coming off the bench, or just getting the guys in the 49ers in the past have been able to do this. Guys have elevated their play when they've needed to. And this year they haven't. They're not explosive enough right now on both sides of the ball. So they got personnel and when they're fully healthy, but you know what, at this stage of the game, attrition, injuries, you got to just find ways. And it sounds so simple, but you just do. And when they're playing well, Purdy makes the extra throw. McCaffrey makes the extra yard. Kittle makes the extra catch. Fred makes the extra tackle. And they're not doing it right now. There's something missing from execution. There's something missing from whether it's a confidence level. This is a different team. Now, I will tell you this. If they are able to go on a run and you see them, I don't believe in game-to-game momentum in sports. I don't, because all it takes is a punch to the face in the next game or in the first quarter, somebody scores 3 touchdowns on you and you're like, well, what happened to momentum? But confidence, I do believe. In-game momentum, yes. Game-to-game, I don't. I believe in game-to-game confidence, and they need to get some of that back because I think they're probably in-house looking around saying, what the hell's wrong with us? We're not explosive. We're not making the plays we normally make. And maybe when I say it's a good thing, they still have time to recover, especially in that division.
Yeah.
And I do believe they're an extremely dangerous team. Listen, if I told you there's a 500 team that's going to get into the playoffs and be scary if they get close to full health and they execute, it's that team. So I'm never going to be a guy that says, well, the 49ers, they're too talented not to. But there are teams like that. But they've got to find something. And I don't know who or what it's going to be, but there's something missing from the execution standpoint because injuries, everybody gets them. They've had more than their fair share with stars. But that just means you got to elevate. But if they are fortunate enough to, in late December, be in striking distance, I would not count them out.
Well, Sean, first and foremost, happy Thanksgiving to you. I do appreciate truly the kind words you told me at the top here. And I'm going to put you on hold because, Chris, we want that jalapeno cream corn recipe. So I hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and we look forward to talking to you next week.
Thanks, Jace. I appreciate it. I always love coming on with you guys. Happy Thanksgiving to all your listeners as well. And my best to you, my man. Hang in there. the memories are important for you, and I'm sorry you have to go through that at the holiday season.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Sean. We'll put Sean on
Good.
hold.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. Very nice of Sean to share that. And also a lot of you out there that have reached out. I cannot thank you enough. It's been a difficult time for our family, losing my mother, but it's I don't know how else to put it. Thoughts like Sean, friends, family, other members, listeners, regulars that call, reached out, text. It does truly, truly mean the world. And I can't thank you all enough. So, but we're here for a limited time. Enjoy those that you have. Let's treat each other well. Come on. Let's get some perspective out there. I know it's crazy world out there at times. We got plenty of things to be upset about, but try to love the ones you're with and enjoy what we do have. That's my little message for today. But again, thank you. Break time for us. When we come back, 4 down territory. We got our locks and upsets of the week. Got to jump back into Kings conversation as well. And Katie joins us at 9. That's all straight ahead here on Sacktown Sports.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm meteorologist Kelly Curran in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. We are looking at mainly clear skies this morning with lows starting out in the low 40s. Afternoon highs today in the upper 50s with lots of sunshine. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA app.
Get Black Friday savings right now at Folsom Lake Kia. Coach Christie here reminding you, if you're in the market for a new car, now through Monday, shop Folsom Lake Kia for massive Black Friday discounts. FolsomLakeKia.com.
At the law offices of Dale R. Gomes, we understand that when you're facing a crisis, you need more than just a lawyer. You need a team. Our dedicated attorneys work together, combining decades of experience to guide you through personal injury or criminal defense matters with care and expertise. We're committed to supporting you every step of the way, ensuring your voice is heard and your rights are protected. With offices in Sacramento and El Dorado County, reach out to the law offices of Dale R. Gomes today, 916-999-9033, or online at dalegomslaw.com.
The holidays are always a great time to get together with family and friends, but nothing beats the thrill of Stockton Honda's deals. During Happy Honda Days, find the perfect ride in person or online. With over 400 new Hondas ready to go, now is the time to buy at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Number 1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company sold on report.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you target the right audience, build your leads, and crush your quota. Take your business to the next level. Our digital marketing strategies help grow awareness of your product or service, all while building trust in your business. Our approach involves leveraging multiple tools and strategies to deliver exceptional results that are customized to your unique business needs. Don't wait to run out of sales leads. Keep your business growing. Get started with aimyourdigital.com today.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Happy Thanksgiving, and it's Black Friday all month long at Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. When buying a car, getting a good deal, it's kind of the easy part. Where Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram really sets themselves apart from anywhere else is the experience, from sales to service and everything in between. It's why so many people keep coming back to Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It's because it's the place where a handshake still means something. And if you've been wanting to experience that Jeep life, there's no better time than now. SacSuperstore.com, located off of Business 80 across from Hagen Oaks Golf Course.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Thanks again to Sean Salisbury for joining us. We've had Sam Amick, Coach Tim Plow. Carmichael Dave checked in early in the show as well. And still to come, Katie Christensen. I was looking at this Thanksgiving trivia I've been giving you, Chris. What's the busiest day of the year for plumbers? It's the day after Thanksgiving.
Ew.
Yeah, isn't that terrible? That's what it says, according to this Thanksgiving list.
Gross. Stinky.
So we put Sean on hold. You were trying to get the jalapeno cream corn recipe that we're going to have to be on delay. He's busy. He's going to get his turkey, right?
It's like I'm going to grab my bird right now.
Come on, I'm on the move. I got stuff to do.
On the move.
Got somewhere to be. But you will get that from him. He's like, yeah, just text me another time. So very cool of Sean. I love that. We've had different kind of opinions. Coach Plow was like, yeah, someone's got to be the food eater, the tester. That's what Sam Amick says he is too. Sean's like, no, I'm in the kitchen. I'm cooking. I got a couple of different things there that I'm working on. So yeah, we appreciate him. And Katie Christensen joins us from Minnesota coming up here at 9. But let's do it. It's time for 4 Down Territory. And let's begin, Chris, of course, with first down.
Oh, I'm going to change it up a little bit. Huh?
Yeah, I'll start with first down today.
What is your lock of the week?
Lock it up.
In the NFL.
Now, there's some big-time favorites, so I don't want to do the easy one like Detroit's favored by 10 tomorrow. They usually win on Thanksgiving, and I think they beat the Bears. The Chiefs are favored by 2 touchdowns on the Raiders. I'm not picking on these big spreads, so I want to do something a little bit closer. I'm going to go with the Commanders at home. They've had the struggles here. They've lost 3 in a row, but I anticipate them to bounce back, to regroup. Didn't really have to cover the spread, but I think they might. They're playing the Titans. So give me the Commanders. Yeah, the Commanders as my lock of the week. Second down.
What is your upset of the week in the NFL?
All right. Upset of the week. I am going on a team. I'm sorry. I've picked on this team entirely too much. But this week, I'm a believer in them. The New York Jets. And maybe it's because this is what the Niners need, because they need them to beat the Seahawks. Seahawks come in as favored by 2. The Jets have been down. They have been beaten up. They have not been looked at as a very good team as of late, myself included. But I like them being home underdogs. I always like a home underdog, so I'll go with them as my upset of the week. The Jets at home, Seattle going across country. I could see the Jets finding a way to win that game. All right, let's go to third down.
What game would you most like to attend this week in the NFL?
All right, there are a couple of good candidates, and I'm looking at the Ravens hosting the Eagles. That would be fun. But I think the game to go to, without a doubt this week, is Sunday Night Football. It'll be cold. It'll be brutally cold. Matt Barrows told us yesterday there might even be some snowfall. The 49ers and the Bills from Buffalo. Sunday Night Football. That's a full day of getting warmed up, if you get what I mean there, for Buffalo Bills fans. They don't need much. But yeah, I think that's the game to attend. What's the coldest game you've attended that you know of, Chris, as a fan?
Zagreb, Croatia.
And what are we talking about temps?
I think it was 33 degrees.
Okay. Do you remember by chance what you wore?
I had on a jacket.
A big jacket?
Bigger jacket.
Okay.
Pants that I'm wearing like right now. Nope, no layers. That would have been smart.
Oh.
I believe I did have wool socks on.
That helps.
I had no beanie, no gloves. One of the guys I was with, he also had no gloves, so we rushed to an H&M store to try and get layered up.
Did you have success?
Yes, I found a beanie.
Okay. Well, to me, the key in all of that is you have to have headwear. You have to have a beanie, skull cap. The wool socks is a good touch. And your hands. If your hands, feet, and head are good, I mean, you want to protect the others if you're going layers. But to me, once you get like cold to the bone, you're done. You're done. You just can't warm up. Oh, hot chocolate, seat warmer, whatever. You're just done. I'm trying to think of the coldest game. I know I worked a Sac State football game at Montana State where there were snow levels and it was like 0 overnight, but at the game, it might have been in the 20s. but I'm saying work the game. I'm in the booth. It's always 70 in the booth, so I didn't suffer per se. But being out in the game, I went to the Pac-12 championship in Autzen Stadium, where it was UCLA and Oregon. Gosh, years and years ago, and it was frigid. But I had as many layers as I possibly could have on. But it was cold. It was definitely cold. The bathrooms had heaters; they were warm. And my wife was at the game, and she left for a while. I'm like, "Where are you?" She was still in the bath. She just stayed in the bathroom. It was just warm in there. She didn't like to be cold. I don't blame her for that. All right, but it would be cold at that Buffalo Bill game. That's the point. All right, let's go to fourth down.
What college game would you most like to attend this week?
All right, we're trimming down the games that are left, but you've got some rivalry games, some good games this week from the top 25. As I scan through, as much fun as it would be to be Texas A&M, that would be good to be a College Station. There would be some intrigue to see, Auburn, Alabama, and Alabama. I don't think Auburn's quite the team, so it's not that one for me. ASU, Arizona would be good. Notre Dame, SC would be fun at USC. But the game I'm going to, it's the Big House. No, not the Big House. It's Michigan going to the Ohio State. I'd like to see that rivalry at some point. So many people will be there. Ohio State, heavy favorite in this one. Man, they're favored by 21. Wow. That's probably the one I would pick to go to early Saturday morning, 9 o'clock here, noon there. Yeah, 10-1 Ohio State, number 2 in the country against Michigan. May not be the best of games, but just the rivalry part is what I would enjoy. All right, there you go. That is 4 down territory. When we return, who's hot, who's not, and we talk Kings Wolves, Kings Blazers, Kings Spurs. Man, we got to get 3 predictions, 3 sets of 3 in the key, and we'll talk more about the game. And Katie coming up at 9. That's all straight ahead on Sacktown Sports.
The only place you'll find De'Aaron Fox is Sacktown Sports.
Spins away from the defender, in the paint, soft floater. That's a great play by De'Aaron Fox.
Hey, Sacramento, it's De'Aaron Fox, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's happening for Ram Power Days now that Black Friday's here?
We're giving you a head start on the new year when you save up to $17,500 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s, starting as low as $36,325.
Wow, already that kind of savings on next year's models?
Yep, there's a reason we continue to be one of the biggest Ram dealers in the country, with numerous customer service awards, including the very prestigious Walter P. Chrysler Award, which means we are in the top 1% of dealers in the nation.
Don't miss the savings on those new 2025 Rams right now at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$17,500 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 1500 after $12,000 factory rebates and $5,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include $2,000 SFS bonus cash. Must finance through Stellantis. $3,000 Hoblet select inventory coupons. $500 on-the-job upfit incentive with proof of business ownership, and $2,000 in Hoblet trade-in assistance for eligible trade-ins. 10 at this net savings. See dealer for details. $36,325 in 544-890.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right. Sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is what makes us different from other law firms. At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether we need to file suit, or even take it all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to you and your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve. If you have an injury, just call Gingery.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat. Bring out all the flavors of the upcoming holidays with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. Napoleon grills that features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last, complete with a lifetime warranty. All made with premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Just because it's November does not mean we can't barbecue outside. Visit California Backyard now for your best selection of grills and Napoleon Grills accessories.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you,
I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
This year, American farmers will harvest 2.8 billion bushels of wheat and 15.1 billion bushels of corn. And to this day, American road workers have built 4.2 million miles of roads and counting. We're proud that John Deere machines rolling off the line here in the USA play a part in supporting Americans who work the land and build a better tomorrow. Nothing runs like a Deere. Learn more at johndeere.com/manufacturing.
Ready to make this Christmas unforgettable? Shop early and save at Prestigio Jewelers' biggest Black November sale ever. For over 30 years, Prestigio Jewelers has offered in-house financing and fine jewelry. Guaranteed credit approval between $400 and $10,000 with no money down options. Prestigio Jewelers, the perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. With locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno. Or online at prestigiojewelers.com. What's hot and what's not? Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
All right, Christopher Laud. Who is hot?
Feyenoord Football Club.
Who?
Feyenoord.
Okay.
They are the first They're the first team in Champions League history to be down 3-0 with 74 minutes played and come back to tie the game. It's never happened in the history of the tournament.
Okay. Very nice. Very impressive. Who's not?
Jason Ross.
Wait,
0
me?
for 1.
0 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
Explain.
Do you remember what I asked you yesterday?
No, obviously not.
I said, I bet what's not tomorrow is going to be Chris Verlaud and his teams that he supports. And you said, that's not going to happen. The team Feyenoord came back against was Manchester City. The team that lost their last 4 are still winless. So that means Chris Verlaud's teams are 0-9. And it has been an awful November. Also, 0 for 0 in fishing on the fishing trip I took last week.
So that makes, but I'm the one that's not hot. It's not you.
Yeah, because you made that decision. You're 0 for 1. You got just as good a winning percentage as me.
Okay. I'll wear that.
There was a moment where they were coming back. I'm like, this is going to happen.
Yeah. And it did. All the way through.
It was so bad. Pep Guardiola, the manager of Manchester City, he came out for the post conference and there's blood on his nose and there's scratches all over his head.
Self-induced?
It was from him during the game, just like scratching his head, not believing what happened because he has no hair to pull.
Clip your nails. What are you doing?
Well, at least I can say this with a guarantee. December cannot be worse than November.
Did they have less matches?
Well, how can you do worse than winless?
Well, but you can lose more games.
Well, hey, half glass full. Jason Ross.
Oh my goodness. Well, I guess I wasn't good on my prediction yesterday, but maybe I'll be good at my predictions today. And Katie Christensen joining us in about 10 minutes.
The last 24 hours of me have been very stressful, and I have not liked it.
Well, let's try to make it better here with some predictions with 3 in the key. Ready for that?
No, but
no,
we'll do it anyway.
Let's do it. All right, tonight, primitive duality,
psychological duality. Desert power.
Gosh, that's such a good inside joke. We've got the Kings and the Timberwolves. Chris and I will make our predictions for that game first. So, Chris, the first category we have today, because he scored 60 the last time he played the Minnesota Timberwolves. Points for De'Aaron Fox, I have him for 33.
I'm going to say, you said no.
DeRozan and no
Trey?
Trey?
I'm going to say 35 for D Fox.
All right. Well, let's go points for Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. I have, just like De'Aaron, 33.
He is going to have 29.
And then we need a random stat for that game between the Kings and the Timberwolves. I'm going to do this again because it worked the last game. Keegan Murray, double-double.
Oh, they won that game?
No.
Oh.
But he had double-double the other night.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, it worked for my prediction, not for the Kings.
There will be a half-court or longer three-game.
Okay.
Including fan during a timeout.
That counts. Okay. Now, let's go to Friday. Another one. All right, this one's going to be a bit tricky, this first category, because we just don't know what the bench will look like. But we're going to go for bench leader and how many points. But I think the safe pick for me on that one, because just Mike Brown will not start him, so I'm going to go Malik Monk. And I'm going to say Malik Monk's going to have 21 against the Blazers.
I'm going to say Domantas Sabonis has.
Whoa! Breaking news. Chris has Sabonis coming off the bench.
I'm also going with Malik. I'll say 17.
On for 17. We are looking for the Kings' largest lead in that game in Portland. And I'm going to say sack by 9.
I'll say sack by 12.
Okay. And then the random stat, I have De'Aaron Fox, game winner.
I'm going to say Keegan with a monster jam.
Monster jam.
Like they'll be like, oh, like one of those.
Like, I'm a monster. All right. That's, we've done Wednesday's game. We've done Friday's game before.
There can't be another one.
Let's see. There is on Sunday. Oh, my gosh. They're welcoming in the San Antonio Spurs on Sunday. I got to double check that. I wrote that down ahead of time. Now I'm starting to doubt myself. I know they play the Spurs, right? Let's look it up. Who's coming in? It is the Spurs. Sunday, the Spurs. All right, so here's what I have. Victor Wembanyama points and blocks. I'm going to have Wembanyama scoring 22 with 4 blocks.
He is going to have 24 with 5 blocks.
Now we're looking for the starting big man for the Kings. Sabonis points and what did I write here? Points and rebounds. So for Sabonis, he's going to have 18 and 14.
I'm saying 14 and 12.
And then we need a random stat for that game, and I am going to have 3 or more technical fouls in the game.
Wembanyama will have one of those 5, like category 5.
Oh, 5x5s?
Yes.
Victor 5x5 game. He's going to get that a lot. Like, there's not that many people that have done that. He's gonna get that all time. Like, smash that record. Absolutely smash it. That's 5 or more points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals. And yeah, I think the first time he did it was against the Kings, and I think he did it the next game. He's done it a few more times. So yeah, very, very impressive there. All right, so there you go. We got you caught up on our picks. We'll do that with a football version of Pick 6 in the next hour. Also coming up in the next hour, we are going to visit with Kings television analyst Katie Christensen. Will join us from Minnesota. We will visit with Katie when we come back to start the final hour on this Thanksgiving Eve. We appreciate everyone listening. If you're driving, be safe out there. I want to make sure you get to your family and friends. And
also,
loved ones.
I do know that this is one of those nights. It's like one of the most drinking days of the night when everyone going back to their hometown.
Yeah.
Uber, I know it's expensive, but it's
be smart.
Yeah. Just be safe.
We're saying you have fun. Go have your fun. Just be smart about it. That's all. All right. Break time for us. Katie joins us next.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Cisco! It's all on his shoulders. Fox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I put on my jeans and I feel all right.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Old Spice Swagger Holiday Pack, perfect for a gift to treat yourself. 24/7 holiday freshness with daily use can smell your bestest. I'm gonna be smelling great all season. Old Spice scents just can't be beaten. Chock full of value, saving that green. Got the essentials needed to feel clean. Deodorant, hair, body wash, and spray. Celebrate your holiday the Old Spice way. Ho, 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 ho.
When an overwhelmed injury victim calls Ashton or Price, we immediately remove their legal burden and introduce them to the very best medical care in the region. They focus on their health and we handle all the rest. When they reach the end of their medical journey and are reunited with happiness and hope, we unleash our decades of legal experience to obtain maximum compensation. We are real, local, experienced litigators and snappy dressers too. Consultation's free and there's never a fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Toyota's Black Friday sales event ends soon. Take advantage of the biggest savings of the year and gear up for adventure in a legendary Toyota truck.
Ready, set, let's go.
Get $2,000 cash back on Tundra and Tundra Hybrid, or lease a Tacoma 4x4 for as low as $269 a month.
Ready, set, let's go.
The clock is ticking on Toyota's Black Friday sales event. Don't miss out. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium ready credit ends 12/2/24.
Black Friday has officially landed at Fasteners Inc. Sacramento. The best deals of the year on power tools are happening now from November 25th through December 2nd. Get low-price Makita Bear tools starting at just $89. Makita batteries starting at only $49, and so much more. Don't miss out on your chance to grab the hottest power tool deals of the year. But hurry, these deals won't last forever. Visit us in person at 6701 Power Inn Road or shop online anytime at fastenersinc.net. Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Better tools, better prices.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you target the right audience, build your leads, and crush your quota. Take your business to the next level. Our digital marketing strategies help grow awareness of your product or service, all while building trust in your business. Our approach involves leveraging multiple tools and strategies to deliver exceptional results that are customized to your unique business needs. Don't wait to run out of sales leads. Keep your business growing. Get started with aimyourdigital.com today.
The sewer system. It's probably the last thing on your mind, and that's okay. Because at the Sacramento Area Sewer District, it's our first priority. As the region's largest sewer utility, we own and maintain thousands of miles of sewer pipe. And our job is to get to your sewer problem before it interrupts your life. So whether you've got a slow drain or a backup, call us first, day or night. The Sacramento Area Sewer District. It's a dirty job, but we're happy to do it.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Elbowed by McDaniels. Sabonis levels him with a screen. Fox, three! Nails the triple. A career high, 46 points for De'Aaron Fox. Kings within one at 100-99. Keegan Murray near sideline puts the ball in play to Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis dribble handoff to Fox. Drives it to the left elbow, retreats to three-point range. Anthony Edwards stalking him. The Aaron's down to 4. Fires for 3. He's got a 60-point ball game. It's the most points any player has scored this season in the NBA. It's 126-126 as Fox delivers. 1:06 to go.
Well, that was part of a historic night. The last time the Kings played Minnesota, it was an incredible game. Once in a lifetime, 60 points, a franchise record for De'Aaron Fox. Unfortunately, a loss for the Kings. They played the T-Wolves twice, 2 fun games, 0 for 2, and now this team is in a 4-game kind of drought, or as Sam Amick said earlier, a malaise. Yeah, they just can't find their way out of this. Tonight's another opportunity. And let's head to Minnesota, where the Kings television analyst, Katie Christensen, is there waiting to call the game tonight. Katie, hello.
Good morning, Jay Ross. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good morning to you. How was your pre-Thanksgiving family meal? What was that, Saturday or Sunday this week?
We did it on Saturday. It was good. It was the one break through the middle of 3 games, so I'll take it.
Yeah, and then I know you guys are flying from Minnesota today to Portland. Is there a team Thanksgiving deal tomorrow at all, or?
I imagine that there is. Yes, there was last year. We were actually in Minnesota last year for Thanksgiving. So, yeah, they usually do something. I haven't quite looked at the itinerary yet. I'm still on today, J. Ross.
Yeah, one day at a time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, this team probably needs that approach, Katie, because it's not fully broken, but it's messy right now at 8-10, 4 losses in a row. You know it. It can switch as quickly as tonight. But what has to happen to switch this, to get this going back in the right direction?
Oh, my goodness. Well, the frustrating thing is you finally get everybody healthy, and then, Trey Lyles goes down again, and there's now the addition of Jae Crowder, so you're working in an entirely new piece. So what is that going to look like? How is that transition going to be? What is his role going to be? I have a feeling it's going to be kind of big right out the gate. So it's really hard to know what to expect at this point. It's you've got DeMar DeRozan out tonight again. His back is he missed a few games with his low back, and he's out again tonight. So the Kings are really in the thick of it right now. The one thing I will say though, J. Ross, is that there's a lot of teams in the same position right now, and I don't know what the cause is, what's going on, but there are a lot of injuries early in this season. So the Kings just have to kind of figure out a way to work through it. But, their ability to defend the 3-point line has been, something that has been standing out to me. You got teams like Oklahoma City coming in, and they're not a great 3-point shooting team. They're a team that wants to touch paint, get in the paint, and then they come in and they shoot lights out. And it just feels like that's something that we're seeing night in and night out. So that's something I'd love to see addressed. And then, kind of mistakes that you're giving opportunities to the team. Turnovers have been something over the last 8 or 9 games that seem to be a little bit of an issue at this point. I thought it was just, you can have a couple rough games, but no, they're becoming kind of an issue, and that's kind of hurting them in these closer games.
So with DeRozan out tonight and Lyles out for 3 to 4 weeks before being reevaluated, that's 2, one starter, one rotational player. They already made a tweak to the starting lineup last game with putting Keon in there. Last time, I think, Katie, when they played Minnesota, they went bigger and started Alex Len. I don't even know which road Mike Brown's going to go today, at least in that starting 5. Do you have any gut feeling on that?
I'm sure it'll be a different starting lineup tonight. Who it will be, I don't know. It's really, really hard to say right now. But they're searching, and that's kind of, Mike Brown talked about it prior to the game the other night. He just said, you don't switch lineups just for the sake of switching lineups. You gotta give things an opportunity to kind of congeal, if you will, like come together.
Yeah.
And then if you feel like things are not going well and that you need to make a change, it has to be because you've given it an opportunity and not because it's basically like a gut a knee-jerk reaction to a loss or something like that. So, we'll see. But, the difficult thing about it is record-wise, they're not terrible right now, but it's just the feel of the games that is kind of the issue. The 4 losses and what we're seeing and the issues, I think that's kind of where you're starting to feel a little bit of like, okay, something's got to be shaken up a bit.
Yeah, when we talk about the missing Trey Lyles, Trey is utilized in a variety of ways. He can kind of come in and play small ball 5. He can play 4 along with Sabonis. They want to stretch the floor with him. I don't know that they have an answer for that entirely in his role off the bench, but someone else can do it in their own way. I feel like, Katie, I said this earlier, but I'd love your opinion. I think this is going to be an opportunity for Isaac Jones. Now, I don't know how much or what, but I think these are the kind of things that in injuries, you get opportunities. I could see him getting a run here somewhere in the mix and getting a chance to see what he can do.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, you saw him come in the game, and when Trey went down the other night, and Mike Brown immediately went to Isaac. And listen, I thought he gave some really great minutes. One thing is certain. He is incredibly athletic, and it's deceiving to the eye, right? Like, he doesn't look like he's going to be a super athletic guy that just jumps out of the gym. But his energy and his athletic ability is deceiving. And he comes out and he does things that are just, those kind of spark plug, those energy plays, and he gets things done. He gets rebounds, gets on the glass, he gets putbacks. Like, he's an interesting player, and the opportunity to see him in bigger stretches of minutes, because it's hard for a guy coming off the bench in that role to come in and get like maybe a 2-minute burst, right? Because you gotta make yourself kind of impactful in 2 minutes, and that's difficult to do without also making any mistakes. So it should be interesting. I think that if the game the other night is any indication that, we're going to see more of Isaac Jones. But I'm also very interested just to see what the addition of Jae Crowder means for this team.
Yeah, me too. And what kind of an impact, how quickly will he go? You talked earlier about defending the 3 being an issue in OKC the other night, not being the best of 3-point shooting teams, but they did get those paint touches and throw out for threes and spray threes, as the Kings call them. I felt like they're doing that the way that Mike Brown wants the Kings to do it. I feel like the Kings do it sometimes, but maybe not enough. What's your thought behind why the Kings continue this far into the season to struggle so mightily beyond the arc?
I'm pretty baffled, to be honest. It's one of those things where, I felt like early on, first handful of games, it was slow decision making. It was holding the ball for too long, too much ISO. And this is a team that, remember when Mike Brown came in, he wanted that like half-second decision making process where you play in 5 seconds and you got to move on from the ball. And I just felt like, they were getting too deep into the paint and then trying to kick out, and that takes away your angles. I felt they were holding on to the ball, taking too long to make decisions, and that just allows the defense to recover quicker. And then you're shooting highly contested shots, that type of thing. But I felt through the first about 3 quarters of the game against Oklahoma City, they looked fantastic offensively. They were doing a great job. And I don't know if the breakdown comes, with it being the 3rd game in 4 nights, and you're playing a team, that hadn't played since Wednesday. I mean, they had like an unprecedented amount of time off, the Thunder did, between games. Like, I don't know if that's what ended up happening, and you just kind of ran out of gas, and they were completely refreshed and had rest and were ready for the 40-minute kind of push. But it's one, and then I'm like, okay, well, is it our building? Is Golden One just like a shooter's delight? You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on, because at the same time, I'm like, okay, defensively, it's like, wow, that's a heavily contested shot that they just made. So it's not like teams are just getting consistently wide open looks. So I don't honestly Jairus, I don't know what the answer is. And that's why it's really great for me that I get to sit and talk about what's going on, and I don't have to be part of the decision-making process, because it's a little bit of a head scratcher right now.
Yeah, you're more, and your role as an analyst, you're reactionary to what you're watching. And so when you're kind of looking at that tonight, you've seen the Kings play the T-Wolves twice. There have been two great games. Fox the last time just put on an all-time display. What, I guess it would be like an early Katie's Keys. What do you think you're going to be watching tonight when we see the Kings and Wolves? What are some of the things you're watching for?
Well, this is a team that loves to shoot the three. Absolutely loves to shoot the three, and it's going to be, how can you make them uncomfortable? So for me, it's about a physicality from the start with them, and I think that that's something that the Kings need to focus on a lot now. Kind of going forward in this next stretch of games is teams that like to shoot the three. If you can be physical with them and be physical from the start, it really changes their level of comfortability, and then it's just turning the ball over. To me, I mean, these are just very basic, but these are the problems that we have seen over the last several. And rebounding is going to be huge. Rebounding is going to be huge against this team. So I think that those three are kind of the big ones for me tonight. And, overall, I think that the Kings have done a great job rebounding this season, and when they go to their smaller lineups, but also just with a new piece tonight, J. Ross, like Jae Crowder being added in there, it makes me wonder if we're going to see a simplified version of things while they're trying to work him in, because he just got here. He's not going to have a practice. I'm not sure about his status for shoot around, if he is taking part in it right now. It's currently going on at this moment or not. And so, I think that you're going to have to also just really make sure that you're simplifying some things when he's on the floor and not asking him to do too much, and just collectively trying to help work him into the fold.
Yeah, how difficult will that be? Because a lot of the stuff we hear, a lot of the offense is kind of a familiarity, a read and react, and so that's reps. That's like, hey, I know where Katie's going to cut. You like the ball here. Like, those are in introducing someone brand new, even though Crowder's an experienced player. How much of a challenge will that be for him and for his teammates?
It'll be a challenge, but these days they have so much technology. It's so crazy. So I have no idea when they started talking to him what his level of familiarity is with this team. But once he knew that there was maybe a possibility that he would be coming here, even if it was like yesterday or the day before, like, you can immediately get film and you can start watching and you can start looking at the plays, and that can help a little bit with familiarity. But I have a suspicion that when he's on the floor, they're going to keep things very simple, go to their most basic form of their offense. And a lot of it is read and react. So that's just, hoping that, someone that comes in has a high basketball IQ, which Jae Crowder, I would safe to say falls into that category. He's been in the league a long time and has a lot of experience. But also a lot of this offense is just making sure you keep the court spread. So even if he doesn't exactly know where he's going to be, as long as he keeps the court spread here in the beginning, I think he'll be okay.
All right, last thing for you. You've known him pretty well over the last couple of years, Mike Brown. I think it was right in front of you last game, or maybe it's 2 games ago now. All these blend together. Boy, that was as livid as I've ever seen him. You had probably a decent seat of that one. What'd that look like?
Yeah, that was this last game against OKC. Yeah. I saw it in Toronto last year as well. It's like it's intense.
Yeah.
But to me, it was intentional. It was less about it being a real emotion, if that makes sense, like a reactionary emotion. It wasn't a reactionary emotion. It was an intentional emotion, I guess is the best way to put it. He was trying to make a point. And I personally thought that game got out of hand, and that the officials let it get out of hand, and that you want them to let you play and you want there to be a level of physicality, but you don't want it to get to the place where you can't control the game and people can get hurt. And so that to me was an intentional kind of reaction so that he could get the emotion across that he wanted to. Did it very well. I think the officials also know that, recognize and understand it, and don't take it personally. So, and also I think that it was very much something that he was trying to use to fire up his team. So I thought it was called for, and I love seeing that side of Mike Brown because it's not something you see often. And I think that it serves multiple purposes.
Yeah, he got that point across. They were down 19, started to make a bit of a comeback, obviously. But, yeah, we'll see what happens tonight. That's for sure against Minnesota. Katie, have a good Thanksgiving tomorrow, and we look forward to seeing you this weekend and next week.
All right, Jay Ross, take care.
All right, thank you. That is Katie Christensen joining us, as, of course, you can watch Katie tonight on the call, and then we'll see her back in the building on Sunday for the Kings and the Spurs. But break time for us. When we come back, we've got some games in the NFL tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day games, 3 of them, some other games to look ahead for Week 13, and we'll do a pick 6 for the Niners and the Bills. That is all straight ahead.
The quest for ring number 6 happens here on Sacktown Sports 1140. Listen on Sacktown Sports for all the 49ers action.
Jennings went up and took it away. What a catch by JJ. He scored 3 touchdowns today.
Quest for 6 lives here on your local sports leader, Sacktown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Oh, wow. I'm seeing some of these developments on our text thread here, Chris. We got the official Sean Salisbury cream corn recipe, jalapeno cream corn.
I think that's what really takes it to the next level.
Yeah, you got to make it a little bit different. I like cream corn, but the jalapeno makes it sound intriguing, and he was bragging on it. The brown sugar, too. There's obviously a little tweak to it. And Dave piped in. Is he not a fan of cream corn?
Well, a lot of people enjoy it, so of course Dave isn't going to like that.
Well,
and if he's listening, he's going to love me saying that.
Yes, exactly. But I was a big believer in what Sean was saying on that. So, yeah. We hope everybody's going to get ready to have a good Thanksgiving. I was talking about pies earlier. Do you know what again, this is from the Pie Council, voted the #1 pie?
See, these feel like so made up. The Pie Council.
I know. Truly, it's not pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving. Apparently, the leader is
chocolate cream pie. No?
You think it's that exotic? Like it's apple pie.
Oh.
Yeah.
You think chocolate pie is exotic?
Well, I mean, yeah. You think chocolate cream pie is served a lot, do you think?
I've seen
between like an apple, a pumpkin.
I've seen way more chocolate pies at Thanksgiving than I have apple pies.
Okay.
But that's also, I've only gone to family Thanksgivings.
Yeah. We won't. I don't think we'll have an apple pie tomorrow, which is funny because apple pie is fine. It's fine. Mud pie. That's the one. The ice cream pie. That's
mud
the
pie
one.
Is.
I don't know. Is
it like a chocolate cream pie?
No, it's like it's Oreo cookie bottom, and then usually like a coffee ice cream, and then like a whipped cream on the top, and then more fudge.
Okay.
I mean, it's an ice cream dessert. Yeah,
You had my curiosity.
Yeah.
Now you have my attention.
Tomorrow we have 3 football games. So again, I think you told me, like, for us, generally the football game's on in the background. I remember being a kid, like, it felt like, did you have to participate in Thanksgiving as a kid, as far as like, hey, Chris, help set the table or put the dishes out or do some sort of chore?
We kind of did like buffet style, to where you go grab a plate and take it somewhere.
But like, I thought my parents were like, I mean, could I have cooked? I've always cooked, but like when I was young, I'm anywhere between like 6 to 12, I was like, hey, set the table. Like, you had to do some sort of role.
Never had any job. It was more of the, hey, get out of here while we.
Yeah, if that was the case, I would definitely do that and go play and get out of the way, which I don't think they minded. But then sometimes I'd always
slamming that door.
Yeah, I'd always see like, this was back when we would go to my grandmother's house on my mom's side, and then like there was a TV room, like literally it was in a separate room, and like there would be a couple males just in there watching TV. I'm like, you observe it later. I'm like, oh, sports are on. Okay, I'll come in here, watch football or golf or whatever they had on. And they just weren't helping, basically, is what they're doing. Like, I'm getting out of the way. I'm watching TV. I go, oh, yeah, now it feels like everybody's got a role.
See, so for like tamales, like people say, like, I don't cook them. I don't like prepare them or whatever, but I'm more of a gopher to like getting everything like
You're
set
the
up.
sous chef.
Yeah. But then also like I'm making drinks for people.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And you like doing that.
Yeah.
But
so it's one of those things of like, you guys are working. What can I do to make everything else easier for you?
Yeah. So tomorrow, will the Bears, Lions, Cowboys, Giants, and Dolphins, Packers be on at all?
Yeah.
Just in the background. And
like, will I be able to tell you what happened in those games? Probably not.
Yeah. And what's funny is it depends on if, I don't think family wise, anybody has a real Dolphins or Cowboys. We have a couple family members that like those teams, but if it's not your team, I'll have a fantasy player maybe somewhere. Ooh, maybe they get a touchdown, but it feels like more people gather around for whoever's singing at halftime or the anthem, or if there's something else. Obviously, the game gets really interesting at the end, but
that's like
total background.
If it's like 3-point game, 6 minutes left.
Yeah, it's like, oh, then we're sitting down and people are watching. But if it's not, then it's like, it's just background. I don't even know what's going on. But those are the games tomorrow. Some games to check out on the weekend as well. Eagles at Ravens. For the 49ers, we know they play Sunday night. They're going to take on the Bills. We're going to do our pick six for that in just a minute. But I think games of note, Seahawks at Jets. What's interesting is every NFC West team, that division is so wide open, but every NFC West team on the road this week, Cardinals at Vikings, Rams at Saints, Seahawks at Jets. If somehow, some way the Niners could win in Buffalo, I mean, there's a chance the other teams all lose this week. I don't know that the Niners are going to win in Buffalo. It could be a clean sweep that all the NFC West teams lose, which would just take out another week, and the Niners would still have an open shot at this. But, man, they missed their opportunities early on. All right, you want to do a little pick six, Chris?
If we have to.
More predictions. All right, here we go. First 49er to score this week. He hasn't done it yet, but I'm going to do it. CMC.
Man, that's a good one.
Yeah, thanks. What do you got?
I am going to say, I'll just go with Moody.
Moody.
What would it be if I said nobody?
Oh, they get shut out?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I can't go with
that. Josh Allen, rushing yards. I'm going to say he's going to have 44.
56.
Christian McCaffrey, rushing yards. I think he's going to get a little bit more loose this week. 82.
73.
All right, we're looking for the 49ers leading receiver in yards. I'm going to go with Debo this week again, and he didn't have a very good week last week, but I'm going to say Debo for 77.
Leading receiver?
I almost went CMC, but
I'm going to say Kittle, 77.
Final score. I've got Buffalo 30, San Francisco 20.
Buffalo 34, Niners 17.
All right, and then a random stat. I'm going to say, what do I got for this week? That temperature's going to just be brutal. I don't know if it's going to snow for the game for sure, but if it does, I'm going to have a Bills player does a snow angel. in the end zone.
How many rushing yards did I say for CMC?
73.
I will say Josh Allen will have more rushing yards than any Niner.
Wait, but you gave Allen 56 rushing yards earlier.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Then I will say 78 yards for Josh Allen.
Okay. And then do that random stat. Allen, more yards. Got it. There you go. We got there. It was like Dave the other day picking.
I'm going through it, Jason.
I can tell. There you go. All right. Predictions are in. Predictions are done. Still to come, we will have what to watch for tonight and really what you need to watch besides The Oath. What was your other Thanksgiving movie? Was the Thanksgiving horror movie good? Thanksgiving?
As a horror movie, I liked it. Slasher movie.
1 out of 10.
What do I rate it?
Mm-hmm. In that category, in that genre?
7.
7.
Like,
okay.
it's not the best.
Yeah.
Definitely not the worst.
Was it
Solid
about
pick.
like a family having Thanksgiving and then?
It was about.
And then slash.
It has to do with the town founders.
Oh.
And like getting back at the town. Oh, I know what it was. It was a Black Friday the year before. And like there was a huge rush in. And like there was people that actually got killed during it.
Uh-huh.
And the killer was getting his revenge on the people that had part in that.
Gotcha. So that town founders part you were just making up before.
No, the like town, they have like masks that everyone wears for like the founding of the town on that day. And the killer is wearing that mask.
Got it. So it's one of the amongst the masked people. Got it.
I think I might watch that tonight.
While you're baking your cheesecake. Yes. All right, break time for us. We're back. We got more straight ahead here on Sacktown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm meteorologist Kelly Curran in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. We are looking at mainly clear skies this morning with lows starting out in the low 40s. Afternoon highs today in the upper 50s with lots of sunshine. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA app.
I'm Coach Doug Christie urging you to visit my friends at Folsom Lake Kia for massive Black Friday discounts on your next new or certified pre-owned Kia. Now through Monday, hurry to Folsom Lake Kia. FolsomLakeKia.com.
At Makita, good enough is never enough. It's not just about the power and runtime of the tool. It's about the power and runtime of the pro. We design, tinker, redesign, and obsess over every detail because we know the pros will too. Straight cuts, tight tolerances, clean lines. Again and again and again. If it's not right, don't put your name on it. Makita, available at the Home Depot.
The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is expanding. I guess you could say the Super Shop is getting more super. That means more for you, more apparel, more equipment, more shoes, more gift ideas, more of everything you want. If you're looking for the right gift for the golfer in your life, let the friendly team of Hagen Oaks experts help you find the perfect gift. From golf bags to golf balls, from golf pants to golf shirts, from rain gear to golf gloves, Hagen Oaks has it all. And much is on sale. Visit the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Rare Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80, or find us at HagenOaks.com.
Get year-end pricing during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on our entire selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords. Plus, with low finance and lease options, now's the time to buy. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, or go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Lowe's knows that to win the job, pros need the best prices. That's why only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500 at the Pro Desk. That means you get the prices you need to start any job, small or large, because Lowe's knows pros. Valid in-store only. More terms and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms or Pro Desk for details.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you.
With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This holiday at T-Mobile, I'm joined by a special co-anchor.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Big Snoop D-O-double-G.
Snoop, let's talk about T-Mobile.
Okay, cool.
This holiday, get 4 lines for $25 a line, plus 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence and the all-new camera control on us.
Let's get cracking, like a breakfast egg.
You can use those eggs to make some eggnog, Snoop.
Respect.
And people do love T-Mobile, where you can save on every plan versus the other big guys.
You know, y'all can take some of those savings and buy some Snoop merchandise.
Always a great stocking stuffer, Snoop.
We up out of here.
Hold your horses, Snoop D-O-double-G. Let's remind people one more time.
Head to T-Mobile.com and get 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence on us, plus 4 lines for $25. Now drop that jank.
With 24 monthly bill credits, 4 eligible trade-ins, and 4 new lines with autopay. Well-qualified customers plus taxes and fees and $35 per line connection charge. Cancel entire account before receiving 24 bill credits and credit stop and balance on required finance agreements due. $829.99 credits end if you pay off device early. See how you can save on wireless and streaming versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence available now.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, reminding you that every deal at Folsom Lake Ford is a slam dunk. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, including America's best-selling truck for over 47 years, Ford F-Series, plus a huge selection of Broncos, Bronco Sports, and all of Ford's award-winning SUVs at FolsomLakeFord.com. Listen, I know a great play when I see one, and if you want to save on a new Ford, you gotta drive the lane straight to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with 0 down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest financing, and Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. So hurry to Folsom Lake Ford, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they're my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop them online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is expanding. I guess you could say the Super Shop is getting more superer. That means more for you, more apparel, more equipment, more shoes, more gift ideas, more of everything you want. If you're looking for the right gift for the golfer in your life, let the friendly team of Hagen Oaks experts help you find the perfect gift. From golf bags to golf balls, from golf pants to golf shirts, from rain gear to golf gloves, Hagen Oaks has it all. And much is on sale. Visit the Hagen Oaks Golf Superer Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80, or find us at HagenOaks.com.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
What to watch tonight?
Is this used as like an unofficial Sac State song?
Put your pinky rings up to the moon.
Yeah,
Stingers up.
Yeah, shouldn't that be?
Probably should be for Stingers
Do I
up.
need to talk to somebody?
I don't know. I don't know if I know anybody over there.
I mean,
anybody.
You get Bruno over there. Oh, I met the PA announcer.
You did
at the other night. Apparently, him and my cousin were really good friends in college.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did you meet?
My godson was taking part of a band competition in Stockton.
Okay.
So Sac State, like their big thing is their band goes down for their finals and stuff like that. And they do put on a performance for everybody.
Yeah, because he's been a big part of that band too.
Yeah.
So, okay. Makes sense.
Didn't get a really chance to talk to him, but I just said, hey, that guy Jason Ross, he probably knows you.
Yeah. And did he say anything?
I didn't get a chance to talk to him.
Oh, you didn't get a chance.
It was just like a quick, like, hey, how you doing type of thing.
Gotcha. No Carmichael Dave with us, though. He did check in earlier this morning, as he will have Thanksgiving tomorrow. All of us enjoy that holiday tomorrow, and we're off Friday as well, back next week. A couple things to watch tonight, obviously, and right here on Sacktown Sports. You got Kings and Timberwolves, the third matchup of the year. Kings trying to avoid, a fifth straight loss. If the Kings were to win tonight, that would obviously go a long way for all of us, thinking this team needs a win, seeing that beam again. And if I'm not mistaken, if they were to win, they would leapfrog over Minnesota. They would go to 9-10. T-Wolves would drop to 8-10. So they're separated by a half game right now. Some other games of note, the Rockets at the Sixers. I can't believe Philly started. I know we had a shorter segment with Sam. Wanted to get into him about what's going on with Philly. And tonight they're going to be without Embiid and Paul George again. They are 3-13. Clippers at the Wizards. Wizards have lost 12 in a row. Knicks Mavericks should be a good one. Knicks are putting it together now. They are 10-7, and Dallas has gotten back over 500, winning some games without Luka. Lakers at Spurs. Spurs have worked themselves into the top 10. Lakers lost last night, and they've dropped 3 in a row. You've got the Nets at the Suns. The Nets have come out west. They beat the Kings. They beat the Warriors, and they're within a couple games of 500. But the Suns, as we mentioned, got KD and Beal back yesterday. Nuggets at Jazz. And the Thunder at the Warriors, a battle for first in the West. You got the Thunder now 13-4, the Warriors 12-5. The Warriors have dropped their last couple of games. So that's going to be fun to see how that shakes out around the NBA today. And then, as we mentioned, all those NFL games tomorrow. It's really going to be a good recap for us when we're back on Monday. The funny thing is, when we're back on Monday, Chris, I know we'll have a rewind. We're going to have our first ever Kings, supersized Kings rewind with 3 games. But it's so weird because I think everything, even if the Kings somehow won tonight or won on Friday or lost both, whatever happens, even if it's the most dramatic game, most of our stuff on Monday will be about the Kings and Spurs on Sunday, the game the day before.
Like, what if, like, the first 2 games they just dominate and it's like, oh, the Kings are back, baby. They've got it figured out. And then just lose like a heartbreaker against the Spurs.
Yeah, I mean, if they go, if they're 10-10 through 20, so they win these 2, those are 2 good road wins. You'd feel like, okay, they figured it out, and they lose to the Spurs, the world will be falling apart again.
I'm sure Dave will have a balanced approach to it.
I'm sure he will. Or even to the point like Fox scored 70 tonight. It's like, yeah, we'll talk about it for sure, but it's already loses. It's just the way the league works. But we'll be doing a lot of that on Monday. All right, what we've got left, we've got a final segment. We've got Crosstalk with Alan Stiles. He will join us. We also have celebrity birthdays. We got a big list today because we're gonna combo a couple of days ahead. Not only today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll do a little competition between Chris and Alan. So we got Crosstalk. We'll see what's coming up on with Alan Stiles. And remember, anything you missed today, because we've had Tim Plow, we've had Katie Christensen, we've had Sean Salisbury and Sam Amick. Any part of the shows you ever miss, please feel free to go back to Sacktown Sports, our podcast page, or on YouTube. You know how to find the shows. You can listen to them when you want at your own convenience. And bottom line is we appreciate you listening, whatever time of day it is for you. All right, break time for us. Come back. Crosstalk is next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right, sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
Ready to make this Christmas unforgettable? Shop early and save at Prestigio Jewelers' biggest Black November sale ever. For over 30 years, Prestigio Jewelers has offered in-house financing and fine jewelry. Guaranteed credit approval between $400 and $10,000 with no money down options. Prestigio Jewelers, the perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. With locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno, or online at prestigiojewelers.com.
This year, American farmers will harvest 2.8 billion bushels of wheat and 15.1 billion bushels of corn. And to this day, American road workers have built 4.2 million miles of roads and counting. We're proud that John Deere machines rolling off the line here in the USA play a part in supporting Americans who work the land and build a better tomorrow. Nothing runs like a Deere. Learn more at johndeere.com/manufacturing.
I don't feel so good.
You do feel hot. Dayquil Kids will take care of that fever.
What about my cough?
Dayquil Kids has that covered.
Will it make my throat feel better?
Yes, that too.
But will it taste good?
Yep, Dayquil Kids comes in your favorite flavor.
Purple?
Well, yes, it's great.
Try new Dayquil Kids Plus Fever, the daytime coughing, aching, sore throat fever, just for kids medicine. Safe for kids 6+. Use as directed.
The holidays are always a great time to get together with family and friends, but nothing beats the thrill of Stockton Honda's deals. During Happy Honda Days, find the perfect ride in person or online. With over 400 new Hondas ready to go, now is the time to buy at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Number 1 ratings based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company. Sold on report.
It's Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, and guess what? Primetime football is back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high-hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. As always, offering the best food, the best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. So check them out, Capital Casino, and always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Time to gear up. It's the Black Friday and Gold Saturday open house event at Roseville Power Sports. Located at 360 North Sunrise Avenue. We're your home for the best deals on Can-Am side-by-sides, ATVs, and Ski-Doo snowmobiles. Now's the time to save thousands on a brand new Can-Am or Ski-Doo. And check out the all-new Can-Am Maverick R with an incredible 240 horsepower. A Maverick R is built to conquer any terrain, bringing unmatched power and excitement to your off-road adventures. Plus, save 30 to 50% on accessories. Helmets, jackets, gear, everything you need to ride in style and safety. This Black Friday and Saturday only. And it's not just about the savings. It's an open house event you won't want to miss. Join us for food, prizes, and more this Black Friday. So head to Roseville Power Sports this Black Friday and Gold Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And let's kick off the holiday season with incredible deals and tons of fun. Some restrictions apply. See store for details. Offers valid on 2024 and prior product while supplies last. Happy holidays from Roseville Power Sports.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
And Alan Stiles in studio, getting ready for his show.
That's right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you on this Thanksgiving Eve?
Good. I mean, I think we say it every year, or at least I do. It does sneak up on you.
Where's the food, dude? That's what I say every year. You building up a tolerance to just, have a ton of food tomorrow?
Well, that's not what you're supposed to do.
Are you supposed to go the other way?
Well, you're not supposed to not eat, because if you ever not eat all day, even though it's just a day, your stomach does shrink.
Right.
So the idea of I'm going to be able to eat more, like yesterday I did that with Chinese food, and I was waiting all day to eat it, and then, I still got it done, don't get me wrong, but, you're supposed to, so eat your appetizers. If you're me, I like the sharpest cheddar you can find, okay? And I'm talking crumbly, Jason. Dry. I will go to the store and I will squeeze the cheddar cheeses.
You want it crumbly?
As sharp as it can be.
Okay. And what is it going on, or is it just cheese?
I'll eat it. Well, Baby Sal's eats it straight, and she's eating too much of my expensive cheese. But that's a conversation for a different day. The pretzels, the flat pretzels.
Oh, okay.
Not the normal pretzel. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's
your appetizer
all
choice.
day. Now I take it too far, and then I'm full.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
Not tomorrow, though. You got to be ready to go to
That's
eat
right. I shut it down.
Yeah.
Only a couple pieces. Sometimes there's charcuterie. Sometimes there's meat.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's not. I'm hitting a little 9-hole tomorrow morning.
Oh.
9 in the morning.
Okay. Mm-hmm. How's the golf game right now?
Haven't golfed in a very long time.
Okay.
This is a little cheapy, though. It's not it's in Concord. It's
the game of golf.
This will be a nice warm up.
Okay.
To kind of get back. Not that it's golf season, but it's just a little excuse to, after I throw the turkey in the oven, just get on out of town.
Okay. We were discussing this earlier. One of our questions was best Thanksgiving dessert.
For me,
yeah.
If I do eat correctly and don't stuff myself, it's just going to be apple pie a la mode.
Okay.
Just straight up.
He's one of the people.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah. That was the one. What was it? The Pie Council. People think of pumpkin pie, but I guess apple pie was deemed the number one. We have sweet potato pie.
Yeah, sweet potato pie, pumpkin pie. I get down with all of it, but you can't put ice cream on those because the texture is not. I like a crunch.
Whipped cream on it.
Yeah, whipped cream.
Sure.
Would work.
That's just not my number one.
Yeah.
Apple pie, just keep it simple. You know, when we're back east, my grandma-in-law will cook up an actual pie, but out here, what's up, Sarah Lee? Where are you at?
Just store-bought.
Give me
That's
a
fine.
Dutch apple pie.
It works.
Let's get it going.
Sherry's isn't bad.
Sherry's
Cafe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Probably a little too late to pick up a pie from them now, but
that may not be.
Next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Then I'll take it to the golf course and I'll be setting it down while I'm golfing.
What's coming up today?
Jae Crowder.
You already brought him up.
Jae Crowder.
You mentioned him and you put him out there, and now he's a king.
You know, Monty listens.
Yeah.
You know, friend of
Very
the station.
closely. Yeah.
Future friend of the show. And now Jae Crowder is here, and we're going to do a deep dive into his last action. We also have some conversations about how Keon Ellis could actually help Keegan Murray's offensive game. And somehow, some way, I got the roundtable to show up today a day early. Normally it's on Thursday. So I said, hey, can you guys do Wednesday? So Brandon Nunes, Frankie Cardicelli coming up at 11. And I begged them if I can bust out the trade generator. And they won't have a choice. They will have to say yes.
They're going to have to deal with it.
That's right. That's right.
You have some pre-planned already? You already know what you're
No,
cooking?
I like to just do it
randomly
during a break as they're walking in.
Okay. All right, we've got time for celebrity birthdays here because we got a long break between shows today.
Okay.
The business is booming today. With
That's
all the
right.
Sponsors. As the birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends, and nothing brings family and friends together better than crumble cookies. We're gonna make this a little version of Wednesday Fun and Games.
All right.
So we're gonna compete today. So I'm gonna ask each of you, or you're gonna get a birthday. Chris will get a birthday. We'll just kind of keep some unofficial score today, or maybe official score. So Alan, you'll go first today. This is a birthday today. Happy birthday to Jaleel White, better known as Urkel.
Oh,
I know him as Stefan Urkel.
Yeah, but this is just for Alan today.
Urkel. I mean, you figure that was in the 90s. That was in the 90s. What he was supposed to be a teenager then. So I'm gonna say Urkel is. I'm just gonna say I think he might be 50 on the nose.
Okay, Alan -2, 48.
Okay.
Christopher Ladd, you open up with Mike Tyson's first wife, Robin Givens.
Robin
I don't know,
Givens.
is Mike Tyson married now?
I believe so.
I don't know. Anyway, Robin Givens.
Robin Givens of Head of the Class.
Yes. Good pull.
She doesn't look like it, but she's 54.
Okay, -6. She's 60.
Oh, she definitely doesn't look like that.
I have a feeling when I say this name to Alan Stiles, you go, "Oh my guy, that's my guy."
Okay.
Jimmy Rollins.
Now that is my guy. I met Jimmy Rollins about a year ago because he went to high school in Alameda. He's from the Bay Area, and he opened a business with a buddy of mine, a guy that I met while I lived in Alameda. So met Jimmy Rollins. Yeah, met Jimmy Rollins. Great guy.
You're gonna be close.
Trying to get him on the show. I don't know that I'm going to be close though. Jimmy Rollins. He played for a while. Baseball players are always a little older. I'm going to say 46.
You are right on. 46.
Wow.
+3 for that. Look at that. Christopher Ladd, you get Bill Nye the Science Guy. Sorry, I'm just going in order.
I
There's
was
no
a huge
selection.
fan of Bill Nye.
Okay.
That's not going to help me in this situation.
It's his birthday today.
Got to be in his 60s. I'm going to say 66.
Okay, -3, 69. There you go. Alan, the last birthday for today, you're getting Nick Van Exel.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with what feels right. 58.
Okay, -5, 53 for Nick Van Exel. All right, Chris, this is a birthday for tomorrow. Oh, man, this one, we'll see how you do here. I'm just going in order. The father, I think, of Motown, Berry Gordy Jr.
You gonna give me $100 for all my songs, Mr. Berry Gordy?
It's his birthday tomorrow. How old is he
So
turning?
this is the Berry Gordy,
Yeah.
correct?
So Berry Gordy is Berry Gordy Jr.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Barry Gordy.
And I did not know Barry Gordy was spelled Berry, like Barry, the berry. No, it is.
You got to do stuff like that, and then they become the leaders of Motown.
Yeah.
I am going to say he is 91 years old.
-4, 95. 95. Good job. Alan, you get Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart from The Daily Show.
Daily Show?
Yeah.
I know, I'm from Half Baked.
The Daily Show. Sorry, I'm just watching this Movado commercial. It was a lot.
I believe he was also in The Faculty. Great horror movie.
But the one with Usher?
Yes.
Alan, by the way, is at -4. Chris is at -13.
It's scary the amount of the same page that me and Alan are for 90s movies.
I love them. Jon Stewart, yeah, I mean, it's somewhere, it's got to be mid to late 50s, right? I'll say 55.
Okay, -6, 61.
Really?
Yeah. Chris, on Friday, happy birthday to Howie Mandel.
Of Bobby's World?
Sure. Deal or no deal?
Wash your hands.
Yes.
Howie Mandel.
Germaphobe.
Is 66.
-3, 69 on Friday.
Man, that's 2. He's the same age as Bill Nye.
Alan, you get Don Cheadle.
That's my guy.
That's your guy.
That's another one of my guys. No, oh my goodness.
From Meteor Man?
I'm getting all these guys.
Promotions 11.
Yeah.
From Boogie Nights?
Don Cheadle. From Crash?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a rough movie.
That was.
Don Cheadle, I truly am flabbergasted. 65.
-5. He's 60. Chris, Russell Wilson.
Ugh.
This
33.
Yeah. No.
-3, 36. Alan, you're getting Ben Stiller.
Come on.
Saturday.
Enough. They're all the same age.
From Cable Guy?
From Along Came Molly?
Polly?
I know.
Yeah. You know.
That's
You
the
changed
bit.
it. Yeah.
From
My
Mystery Men?
goodness. Ben Stiller. It's another guy. I'm just going to stick with 55.
Okay. -4, 59.
Wow.
Chris, you get Chrissy Teigen.
Finally.
She is 43.
No way.
-4, she's 39.
Whoa, I was going the other way.
Alan, you get Bo Jackson.
Bo knows Bo, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Bo Jackson, favorite Raider. Bo Jackson, favorite Royal. Bo Jackson, favorite Auburn Tiger. Bo Jackson, now he's got to be about
Strange.
64.
Strange that Alan's got a more favorite Kansas City Royal than Bo Jackson.
-2, he's 62.
Okay, I'll take
You
that.
did that. All right, let me see what Alan has so I see what Chris has to do. Let's see. 10, 20, 22.
I'm guessing I have to get it right on.
You're -21, Alan. Chris, you're at -10, -23. Yeah, you have to get this exactly right on. All right, in order. Well, you get, I want to give you a choice. There's 3 names left. Billy Idol, Woody Allen, or Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman is...
You need to get it right on for the win.
She's 90s.
57.
He needs to get it right on for the win. She is 54.
Oh.
Alan.
I almost said 54. That ruined my entire Thanksgiving. Thanks, Jason.
That's what I'm here for.
There you go.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Alan, hope you have a great Thanksgiving.
Same to you, Jason.
And have a great show coming up. Alan Stiles is coming your way next. Thanks to Christopher Law, to Coach Tim Plow, to Katie Christensen, to Sean Salisbury, and to Sam Amick. Thank you to all of you. Have a great Thanksgiving. Alan Stiles is next.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
And a handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff